I need way more water, man. I'm not gonna lie. I need way more water.
All right, let me start it off real quick. Ooh, what a song to open to.
This is crazy. My body's not even my body right now. Who's in here? Dude, this is like having a body on autopilot. Like, I feel like my actual body's in my brain, and it's just sitting there controlling shit. And I'm like a robot and shit. Like, hey, you know what? If I trip over anything, collateral damage, man, you can't send me. I'm trying to save the world, baby.
Oh. Woo. Well, hello. Hello, guys. Welcome to The Bump. This is episode 2. Something special for you guys today. We got a 2-part Kanye West special. Next week, actually on Friday, September the 27th, Jesus is King will be released. And this is kind of like our first part of this special, which is going to be talking about the top 10 Kanye West albums and projects. And we're just going to go in. It's going to be our opinion about what's the best to worst Kanye project. Now, I'll tell you the stipulations and what's going to be included and not included. So, we decided as a group to not include Cruel Summer, because that's more of like a compilation album, and in our opinion. But we are including Watch the Throne and Kids See Ghosts. So that's going to be 10 projects total. These 10 projects here are going to be the following. And College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, 808s and Heartbreak, and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Watch the Throne, Yeezus, The Life of Pablo, Kids See Ghosts, and Yay. Alright. So without keeping it any further or further ado, I'm gonna introduce my panel here today. So we're gonna start off here with a man on the right next to me with the New York cap on, represent Harlem.
Psych.
Then Marcy Projects.
Psych, representing Scottsdale. Shane on 114th Street. Fuck with your boy.
My boy Amici.
If you want, we can hit up fucking the Golden Spoon, get some frozen yogurt and shit.
That froyo on deck. And then we have my man Jamie Bristow right there, right next to him. Yeah, my boy from another mother, G, Gabriel.
I'm gonna steal his babe shirt.
Dang. Alright, so basically we're just in no way, shape, or form do we proclaim to be experts. This is just our personal opinions. We all have different backgrounds, and some of the opinions are gonna piss you off, but it's okay, because you have your own opinion. But we will get into it. So so here's how we're gonna do it, guys. So we're gonna do it a little differently. So we're not gonna do just worst to best, best to worst. So we're gonna do a little different. So there's 10 projects total. So what we're gonna do is start from number 9. So we're gonna leave the worst album and then the best album in our opinions till the end, and we're just gonna save those at the very end. So it's gonna be a little surprise. All right. So now let's go ahead and talk about it. So where were you when you first heard Kanye West? Your very first Kanye West beat. I'm talking. It could be like Guess Who's Bizak, or that We Are the Champions joint, or Jay-Z's song, H to the is. Where were you?
You start? Yeah, go ahead. I got it. First Kanye beat I ever heard was H to the Izzo. It was 2001. I was just about to go to bed, and fucking my mom was yelling at me. She's like, "Turn your TV off," and I was like, "Fuck you, leave me alone." I'm trying to watch some BET Uncut right now. Fucking so, I'm watching shit even though I shouldn't be. MTV was on, and I see Jay-Z in front of this shitty background. This shitty fucking background. And cuts to him in a Knicks jersey, and Dame Dash is dancing like an idiot. And that was H to the Izzo.
All in the video.
I was like, yo, who the fuck did that? And the second I heard it, I instantly knew what sample it was. I'm like, all right, that's that Jackson 5 shit. Who is corny enough to say that? And I remember looking up the liner notes because that's what you did when you didn't have TikTok. And I was like, yo, who's this fucking Kanye West guy? They couldn't even spell his goddamn name right, you know. Like, they were still calling him Kane and shit on his plaques. But yeah, I was like, okay, this Kanye West guy might be someone to look out for. So that's my first time.
Damn. That's deep. All right.
Mine involves you. So, like, this is back in, like, this is middle school. I had heard Kanye, I had at least heard him mentioned. I heard, like, through the wire. Wasn't fucking with it at all, to be honest. To be absolutely honest, not yet. At that time, I was listening to, like, crunk music. You know what I'm saying? you might remember it.
You're in the crib dance crew. Yo.
Man, you burned me crunk music and you burned me something else.
Yo, just to give you context in my podcast, I talked about I was like the bootleg king, like selling bootleg CDs, $2. I got you.
You still owe me a fabulous CD. I paid you $4 for fabulous CD. You gave me that bullshit ass Eminem. I gave you $2 for that shit, and then I gave you $4 for that. So yo, let me get that fabulous. I need to hear breathe every day on this.
You was actually slanging.
I was slanging CDs, man.
Hey, you never gave it to me, man.
You still owe me? All right, you can pay Amici.
That wasn't that one time.
You gave me Eminem too, but I was fucking with it.
That reminds me of the first time I ever bought a fucking bootleg CD. That was from Dario. Dario let me borrow his Pitbull CD, and I said if I like it, I give him $5.
That's when Pitbull used
and
to rap.
I remember listening to that first Pitbull CD.
305 till I die.
Yeah. That I'm like, this shit is cool. Like,
damn it, man.
Lil Jon executive produced and shit, but I'm like, honestly, it was ass. And I remember I wanted to give Dario back the CD and be like, hey man, I didn't like it, but I was afraid he'd be like, hey man, yo, I know you burnt that CD, man. You still owe me money if you burnt the CD.
Damn.
So I remember gave it back to him when I had to.
I would have came back.
I kept the CD, but I had to give him $5 because I was afraid he was gonna jump me.
So Jamie, so like, how did you meet him? Like, how did you like meet Michi and then?
Class, if you remember. I remember. Right? Buck teeth, but a fat ass.
Honestly, you know what? I'm not. You know, cut this. Alright, it's fine.
Anyway,
keep going.
It was conflicting feelings. Anyway, he sat in class and at some point mentioned Kanye. Well, we mentioned Jay-Z, I think, first. And Kanye was brought up. And at that time, I'm gonna be honest, I was listening to Usher Confessions. I'm not gonna lie. I was on my R&B shit. I've been fucking with Usher since my way, so let's be honest.
It's okay, girl.
Right. Anyways, on that album, I think one of the last tracks, Kanye's on the remix of Confessions remix. And,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right? I think Shine's on there.
What?
He, like,
Shine?
Yeah,
He's still rapping from jail.
Right? From the verse. But yeah, Kanye was on there. I don't remember most of the parts, but I remember one part, things got brought up from way back, something like that. But anyways,
yeah.
Shit stuck. I figured out I'm kind of liking his music, I think right after that, because it was right after College Dropout, Katrina happened.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw that shit on TV. I'm like, okay, this nigga's real. So I liked him a little more. Next year, 2005, 8th grade, Late Registration comes out. I hear Gold Digger on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
I fucked with Ray Charles since I was a kid. So, right, I get Late Registration. I started listening to that. We were listening to Late earlier. Late got me, man. I'm talking about that shit brought tears to my eyes.
Ooh,
like,
but wait, we'll save that for later. We'll save that.
Get into that part
But
too.
damn, so that's your first.
Yes.
Damn, that's crazy. Damn, okay.
So Late Registration.
I like
one of the
this.
first albums I bought too.
I like this. Gee, what about you, my man?
Yeah, so, okay. I heard his beats, but I didn't know who he was. I was young, Scarface, like you brought up, hearing him on that, and obviously the Jay-Z shit. But for me, you didn't fuck with Through the Wire, but when I saw that shit and I heard the sample, the shit, you know, whatever, everything, that shit hit me hard. And the video too, and how he's like, you know, just, he's wired shut and spit that, and so he was rapping. He was like making you feel something through his production and, you know, his lyrics. So that shit was dope. But I remember buying the first time I heard College Dropout, it was because CDs used to come out Tuesday.
Yeah.
So CDs used to come out Tuesday, and I remember got that CD. My mom got it for me like Target or some shit. And then we went to Flagstaff, and the first time I heard it, it was I ran it. I don't like skipping through tracks. If I'm gonna hear an album, I'm gonna hear start to finish, and heard it from the bottom to the top, and Flagstaff, and it just reminds me of that, and just hearing Jesus Walks, and although he has some fucking trash shit on that too. What is that with Ludacris?
Breathe in, breathe
breathe
out.
in, breathe out. That shit's horrible, dog. How did that even get there? But
You know what's funny about that? That was one of the first songs that eventually grew on me from.
oh really? Till this day, from day one, I hate that shit. Yeah, no, it was his style, you know, he backpack rapper, like he wasn't like everybody else in the scene at the time, so it was big. It was big for me just to see someone like that at the time. Yeah.
Whoa. But see, okay, but right off the bat, you see how we have two different opinions. So like, Jamie doesn't fuck with Through the Wire. I fuck with Through the Wire. Yeah, it took a while, right? But like right off the bat, like that was one of the songs for me that did it.
That was the introduction. Through the Wire
Yeah.
was the introduction.
So like, I remember I heard that song, and I was with the I don't know if you guys remember Dan Jones, but I used to like.
I thought he was gonna be here.
we were playing baseball together and basketball, and I remember we had saved up $20 each. I forgot I think we were selling chocolates or something. And then shout out Daniel Jones. And so we're like, hey, let's go to the mall. Let's go to JVE or was that FYE? That FYE store in the mall, Manchester Hat Club.
5 at 5.
Yeah.
That was Sam Goody.
Oh yeah, before it was Sam Goody. So I was like, all right, we have enough money for 2 CDs, and we're like, let's just get 2 CDs. So Daniel, if you know Daniel Jones, you know he really likes Mace.
He does.
Yo, he bought the latest Mace album. He just wanted to hear that breathe, stretch, shake, let it go. Welcome back. Oh, so good. That was he bought that CD, he played it for a month straight.
Mace is Kanye's favorite rapper.
So he got that, right? And then I was like, well, I'm going to get the Kanye West album. So then I got it, and then he was like, all right, I'm going to listen to it for a week, and then I'm going to switch you CDs. So I listened to it, and every single day when I went to school, when I went to the bus, when I was like at recess, in the bathroom, I was like, oh, can I go to the bathroom? I would take my Walkman with me, my 45-second anti-skip, Walkman. And I had the college dropout, and then I would just listen to it, like, right from the beginning, like, oh, like that skit. Every single, I can memorize that skit. Like, and that's what did it for me, was college dropout. And then we changed the albums, right? He got the Kanye, I got the Mace album. He's like, yeah, I made the wrong choice. Oh man. All right, yeah. So that's how we all get introduced to Kanye, just to give you guys a perspective of like where we stand from and stuff. But it's gonna be interesting. Everybody has like their own different opinions, so I'm really excited about how we're gonna get into this. But that being said, let's go ahead and get into the list, guys. So here's how we're gonna do it. This is gonna be album number 9. So not the worst one, and I wouldn't say it's the worst. Maybe it's your least favorite. You know what I mean? But we're gonna go ahead and start it off. So
Second to worst?
who wants to go first? Dang. I'm a businessman. Hey, since I brought you guys, I'm gonna start with mine. Alright. So it's not that like it's probably a mixture of things, maybe because it's so new, and like I kinda didn't really feel this was like I don't even know how to explain it. I'm bad with the words, but like a true kind of Kanye production. I thought it was mostly Kid Cudi carrying most of this album. I have Kids See Ghosts, number 9, and again, I think it's just a 7-track project. There's some songs on there that like I like. I think that first one with Pusha T, that was tight.
Him opening the album is kind of nuts. Like that's the first voice.
Yeah, I can still feel that. Yeah. I really fuck with that track, and there's another one on there too. So there was 2 tracks that were really like, damn, that's that shit. But then like the rest of it was like, it's okay. I mean, it just sounds like a Cudi like B-side to me, kind of, with the Kanye like beat. So that's why I had Kids See Ghosts. Again, it's kind of new. It might grow on me, and then I'll tie it into like another album later. But that's what I feel right now is Kids See Ghosts is like at the bottom for me, or close to the bottom. What about you, Amici?
Let's see here. Mine is also Kids See Ghosts.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I feel like it was too much Cudi. It was way too much Cudi, and Cudi when his production selection is good. Yeah, his production selection is good, but at the same time, there's something about it that's just so dreary, and I don't think that's where Kanye excels. And I feel like a lot of the album was infused with a sort of dreary and drowsy at the same time, very vibrant and reverb heavy kind of feeling.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I want to hear Kanye on that. I want to hear Cudi more so on soul beats, you know, or Cudi when he gets into his rapping bag. If you guys remember A Kid Named Cudi.
Oh yeah.
You know, or that
Thank
other
God
project.
I'm fresh.
Exactly, man. That shit was incredible. But yeah, when Cudi would get into his rapping bag, you know, with no melody or with melody, and he gets into this like rapid fire flow, it was just so unique and so different. And no one in rap music has come along since with a flow that was that innovative. You know.
Okay.
But yeah, Kids See Ghosts. I thought it was a solid project overall. You know, I like what I got from Kanye. I wanted more straight rapping from Kanye instead of this shouting, yelling, fucking just. I'm trying to be a pastor, Cuba Gooding from Fighting Temptation. just the way his words are just so loud and boisterous instead of tight, quick, interesting, funny rhymes, which is why I think a lot of us fell in love with Kanye's music.
Damn.
So between the production and the rapping between the two, I'm like, it's cool. I enjoy it. I get why people really like it, but not the worst, but close.
All right. What about you, Jamie?
For me, and I mean, for that, we're going to have to unpack a lot, but it's Ye.
Ooh, okay, yay.
Oh.
It's my one.
All right.
I like a few tracks, not even a few to be honest, there's a bunch, but it was during a time when I wasn't listening. I gave it a once through, didn't fuck with it after.
Why is that?
I think everyone can guess. Think about when that album came out, what just happened a little bit before that, things he was saying, not necessarily anything involving the mental illness,
Okay.
but who he happened to be supporting. I didn't fuck with Trump, a lot of people don't fuck with Trump, but that's beside the point. At the time, that really it made me want to cut off everything that came on by him.
Yeah.
So for, like I was telling you, for a good year and a half, maybe 2 years, I didn't listen to anything Kanye.
Yeah, yeah.
If it came on, I'm skipping it.
Damn.
If it's on the radio, I'm just changing the channel. You know what I'm saying? So like, that album was at the bottom. Listening to it recently, there's a few standouts, and like again, the nigga was going through some shit, and you can really hear that on that.
Yeah, you can hear it like in his voice. Yeah.
I mean, there's times on that album you can either tell he was on the verge of tears or he was crying. Like you can tell.
I mean, right off the bat, in the opening, it was like, I thought about killing you, and then he's like, I love me more than I love you, kind of shit, you know?
And if I'm being honest, I was going through some shit at the time too. That song really hit me at that time.
Yeah.
That was the one song I kept from that album. I pretty much deleted the rest, but I did keep that. Yeah, looking at what I wrote down.
Jamie brought a notepad, yo. He keeps it old school.
But yeah, Yikes, I fucked with the beat.
Yeah.
Not necessarily anything else that was said.
Yeah, you know, is that the one? Okay, is that the one that sounds like wolves, kinda? Like we could be, dun, dun, dun. I swear I didn't fuck with that song because it just sounded like a sped up version of it.
But like, I don't know if I had an instrumental, thank you. If I could get an instrumental,
Yeah.
I would beat that crap out.
Yeah, true,
You know what I'm
true.
saying? Thought About Killing You, we just spoke about
Yeah.
that. That song touched me, I'm not gonna lie. There's, again, he was going through some shit. I've been going through some shit for a while, and that got to me.
Damn.
That probably helped me, put some shit in perspective.
Right. No, that's what's cool about music. It like puts it. It can relate to you on multiple like different levels, and like you, like it just creates like an emotion and an effect on you. You know, like we all know, like you said, when we first heard it, what we were feeling, what we were like doing at that time. You know, so when you hear something like I hear this song, brings me back to like when I was like in Mr. Nelson's class listening to it, like and before school started, having the computer. You know. Yeah. But that's tight. So yeah, I mean, I can respect that for real. Like, you know, I think people should always do what they believe in and stuff. And you know, it doesn't make them a bad person that you don't support them or whatever. But like, it's just your personal opinion, you know. Yeah. What about you, G? What we got?
All right. Number 9. Y'all might hate me for this. College Dropout.
Yo.
Whoa, yo!
Can
You
you
pissed
fight?
out 3 old heads
Can you
right
fight?
just for the
Yo,
game.
what's
Okay.
that hoodie, man?
Okay.
I'm about to whoop your ass and take that motherfucking big
Well, let's keep it chill. Nah.
Alright.
But why, G?
I
Why?
have a feeling I know where he's coming from now.
Okay, it had a lot of skits. Skits are cool. But I know when I say
Okay.
that album, I'm not like.
It's like, yeah, a lot of
Alright. Hey, let's just get out the way. There's a lot of skits on it, and then some songs that are very skip worthy, and artists they grow. I like to see them grow, and obviously each album he got better. So putting it number 9 sounds crazy, but it's Kanye. Like all his albums are 8 out of 10 at least, you know. So it's like I'm not calling it shit. It's still fucking dope. But
Yeah.
He has so much dope shit. Like how can I?
You're saying his like latest shit showed the progression of his style.
Right, like he kind of
Growth.
everything, traveling the world.
So you're like, I'd rather listen to Kanye at that than all
At the
way
peak,
at
yeah.
At his, you know, I wouldn't say rudimentary level, but his base and what he was starting from.
Yeah. I can respect that because, I mean, I feel the same way when I listen to like Travis Scott. Like a lot of people fuck with Al Farrell, and I thought it was like a fucking piece of shit sounding album. Like,
I like
like
it wasn't.
no, it was good, but like it's like
it was a fly conceptual piece of shit.
But it's okay though. Like some people, you don't have to like the original to respect the body of work. Like I talked about it in my last thing. I was like, yo, I didn't start fucking with Tyler the Creator. So like Flower Boy, I'm gonna be basic as fuck. But like I liked it because of the production value, like the sounds. I was like, damn, this is Tyler the Creator. And then I went backwards and I started to see like the progression, you know? Yeah. Yeah, so I can respect that. Yeah, for real. Like, and then I think Jamie too. Like he kind of said like, oh, I know where he's coming from. Okay, that's cool though. See, we can connect. We can agree to disagree sometimes, fellas.
I get it. I do get it.
Hey, but right off the bat, we're like, whoa, yo,
I still
okay.
want to know if you can fight with that. But I do understand it. I actually like it a lot. You know, because especially when it comes to some of these like indie bands and shit that you randomly find when you sound and shit at a fucking Chipotle. You know, a lot of their later shit is often their best shit. You try to go back to when they first started, and it's also it's basically just rip offs of Coldplay. You know, so I don't know. Like I love Tame Impala's latest shit compared to the early shit. You know, it's all fire though.
Ooh, okay.
It's all fire.
Yeah, that's another. Hey, Kevin, release the album so we can go to the episode. Hey, Jamichi, you're gonna be here for that Tame Impala one. Yeah. All right, Jamie, do you fuck with Tame Impala? All right. We're gonna be back for that one. All right. So, all right. Then we got the little groundwork. We got the foundation. All right. So we'll move on to the next one, guys. So here's number 8. We're moving up the list here. So number 8, I have The Life of Pablo. Now, going back, kind of tailing about what G was saying. G had to sit up straight. You guys see that? Yo, now I pissed off G.
No, I agree with you.
Okay. I just saw him sit up quick. I was like, but yeah, so Life of Pablo to me, there's songs in there that, like Jamie said, I fuck with a lot. I really fuck with like Father Stretch My Hands, even though people don't like the gospel stuff. I do. I thought it was tight.
Honestly, that song's a travesty. Low key, that
Damn.
could have been.
Jamie just.
No. Hear me out. That song could have been a top 5 Kanye record, and he decides to rap about anal bleaching.
Yeah. Okay. No.
That shit right there. I'm like, this literally is one of the best.
No, I know,
intros
but
in
that's why I like the
existence.
first part of it. Besides that, yeah, that shit pissed me off. Okay.
At his peak, giving you the best version of Cudi you could ever get. And then you fucking have this incredible intro. You got the choir, fucking the
Thank you.
The sample, you had the choir on top of the sample, fucking with the reverb on it, and shit's going up, and then you hear the Young Metro drop.
Hey,
What?
Metro,
And then
yo.
the shit starts, and I'm like, this is the greatest hook I've ever heard in my life. And then it kind of just nosedives. He's like, "Never bleed your asshole." And I'm like, yo, what are we doing?
When I first heard that, I turned it off.
What are we
Yo,
doing?
track 2, track 1.
It's infuriating. That is
Oh shit.
that is the
Okay,
best build-up.
But let me go on because like it's building off of that. Okay,
Yeah.
so it has so much fucking potential, and all Kanye wanted to talk about was pussy ass bitches and shit, and I'm like, Kanye, we already heard that.
I'm actually
like,
okay with all that.
No, but like it's like to me like I mean yeah, like we'll get into the other song like fucking that song with him and Lil Pump did like you're such a fucking the beat was tight as fuck. I fucking hate the song. You know what I mean?
The song did what it had to do though. It has hella views. Everybody knows it.
Oh yeah, but like I just don't fuck with it. And it's a personal opinion. Like I did not like. There was a lot of. I mean, I fuck with a lot of songs. Like Wolves is my shit. I fucking love Wolves and that song. Frank's track of it, like at the end with just the piano.
Kind of mad about that though.
No,
like,
I-
Kanye West Frank like that too.
Yeah, but I still liked it. It reminded me of like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy when he opens to All of the Lights, like the instrumental, like the.
Right.
That part is tight. It's reminded me of like a touch to that roots. But yeah, I felt like I just didn't really fuck with the content, like the lyrics at all. I just felt like it wasn't like. I listened to it a few times. There were some bangers. I ain't gonna lie, you know, when they come on. But then I was just like, it's an album that I don't really feel like revisiting a lot, you know. That's just me. But Michi, you're on number 8. So I just went with Life of Pablo. What about you? This is like one of the hardest fucking rapping songs ever.
I'm going.
This monster.
I'm going 808s.
808s and Heartbreak.
Heartbreaks, man.
Ooh.
808s and Heartbreaks.
I'm interested to hear what you say. Okay.
Man, seriously, I remember 808s was so. I know exactly. Unitown. No, I thought 808s was incredible when I heard it, but at the same time, I knew like this idea could have been executed so much better. The writing on the records could have been so much better. The lyrics on it could have been better. But overall, I think it's one of the most incredible switches Kanye's ever done. Like to go from a classic backpack rap style to build upon it and put orchestras on your shit and blow it up that much larger, and then to put out a synth heavy album. Pretty much, he is the reason why we even went this way in music.
Yeah.
That's one of the.
That was like with the Drakes, Kid Cudi's. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Seriously, he with Graduation, he literally shifted everything to go this way. Whatever trajectory we were on, we're not on it anymore.
Nope.
Yeah. And then with 808s,
Damn.
he took it even further
Mhm.
because now he got everybody using auto-tune. You know, yeah, T-Pain used it, Wayne used it, you can hear people use it, but not on the level of a Kanye. Once Kanye did it, everybody decided to rap with auto-tune on it. 99% of it would be trash, you know, but he made music go this way. The synthesizers on Graduation, what he did on 808s made people decide to go, hey, you know what? Let's go with this electro shit. And we're still fucking here. And DJs are getting paid for making bullshit records and playing them shits at Coachella. I would totally do one. I am waiting to get my fucking Native Instruments DJ shit in the mail.
Damn.
Right now. But anyways, I'm gonna go 808s. I really enjoyed it, but at the same time the lyrics were kind of they just left a lot to be desired to me. But sonically, it's one of the best mixed albums ever, and yeah, that's my answer.
Damn. Yeah.
And it was again mad seasonal depression too. Unitown was fun, but for some reason, being up in that cold winter. Yeah, being up in that
winter
cold
up there.
Oh man.
Not listen to that song up there with that snow.
Hey, Jimmy, listen to street lights and look out the window. Mountains in the background, and I'm just like, oh shit, it's a movie. I feel like a white woman.
No, why?
Yo, what the fuck?
I feel you.
Goddamn.
Damn.
My number 8 is Life of Pablo.
Life of Pablo. Okay.
For a lot of the same reasons.
Okay.
A lot of the same reasons. Now, there are tracks that are standouts to me, to be honest. Again, take these notes. But there were problems with it as well. If you were paying attention, especially to when songs were leaking, like Fade, for example, the album version is just proof of Yes No, in my opinion. Like, that shit was hard when it first came out. I'm pretty sure, can't remember correctly, but I think we went to the club once and it was in the club.
Damn.
But what came on the album,
Yeah.
I'm good.
You know what? I felt that I was really disappointed with All Day. They hyped the shit out of that song, and I saw remember when they had the flames and shit.
Yes.
That was at the
I love it. All
Yeah,
day was
I
hard.
forgot what award show it was.
It was like the British award.
The British award. I thought that shit was gonna be so hard. Like I was like, fuck.
All day
like,
was hard though. Like that, I think that it was Kanye.
I thought it was gonna be Yeezus like version 2 or something.
Yeah.
I feel you with that.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of his best
At the Brit
performances.
Award show, he hit up like Theo or something. Theophilus.
Oh, the F-list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he like hit up Skepta.
Had him
and then
bring
Theo
the
hit
goons
Skepta,
out.
bring up
Yes.
the goons. and all
Dude, that video was that
performance
was
nuts.
incredible. Like everybody dressed in all black, looking
Yeah.
like terrorists, low key.
Yeah.
The flamethrowers, like
Yeah.
what?
That shit.
That
That's what I was
shit
saying.
was
Like as I was telling
crazy.
Jimmy, like I felt hype, like this shit,
That
and
shit
then
was
that, yeah.
insane.
But like getting into it more, there were standout tracks, but just the body of work wasn't, in my opinion, comparable to what came previously, and in some cases what came after. Because again, it's grown on me in the last year or so,
Okay.
and especially with recent listens. And
Yeah.
again, it took me having to stop being so just ignorant about whatever, especially politics. You gotta put that aside when it comes to music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, yeah, I feel the same way. Like I don't fuck with Morrissey what he has to say, but I fuck with the Smiths, you know,
Yes.
kind of shit, you know.
And again, Father Stretched Hands, again. What the fuck you talking about, bleached asshole?
The best intro ever.
we got
And
a
the
theme
intro
going the
drop.
bleached
The flow
asshole.
is so bad. Like it's not even tight. Like,
But the thing is though, he does kind of save it because the chorus comes back in, Cuddy comes back in, they kill it. You get another rise, another rush of dopamine, and then it goes right into part 2. And at the
Yeah,
time,
that is true,
At the first
yeah.
time I heard it, I didn't know Designer Panda was its own song.
No, I didn't
But-
know either.
But that switch is
I don't
also
think
one.
nobody did, honestly.
Yeah, I
think
think
that
that
shit.
that switch is one of the best beat change-ups
Oh yeah.
like
At the time,
ever.
people fell off on that.
But seriously,
Yeah.
Designer, man, what?
I fuck with Designer. I really,
I do too.
I fuck with
Would you like
Designer.
After Party?
I didn't hear that one. Did you hear SOS?
Yeah.
SOS is like, was it SOS? Lift Off.
I don't know. Like,
Something like
I
that.
feel like it kind of left like a bad taste in my mouth with him when he released. Like he was teasing Timmy Turner, remember? And I was like expecting so much, and then like it was like whack. It was like mediocre, and it's kind of like how I feel. Remember I was telling you about what's that dude's name? You have like 900 songs. Charles Hamilton.
Yeah,
Like-
the Charles Hamilton era.
Like Charles
I-
Hamilton left a bad
Love
taste in my mouth early
Charles
on.
Hamilton.
Like I wasn't fucking with Brooklyn Girls, and then like I just
That's
didn't fuck with
because of
them.
Charles Hamilton.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, that's how I
Still,
feel.
to this day.
Nah.
Oh yeah, he has like
Now
900
with his
songs.
music-
in
I
his
mean, I
fucking
listen to his old
stuff.
shit. Like,
Remember
actually,
Donald?
yeah.
This shit was hard.
Yo,
Dude,
actually,
I miss the
talking
blog
about
era, man.
the blog era.
I-
Yo, speaking, all right. So, Charles Hamilton, Kanye had that blog with Kanye University.
Yeah, kind of.
He had that Charles mixtape with the
Yeah.
Sonic.
Oh yeah,
With
Sonic.
the yellow. I mean, he had Sonic on all the album covers. But,
Sonic the Hamilton.
well, isn't this awkward? Well, isn't
Oh,
this awkward?
yeah.
He
Yeah.
had that on Kanye University. He was like fucking shouting out Charles, and there's a cipher with Kanye, Game, Charles,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
shit
Damn.
like that. So he was in there with them, like
Charles was cooking them too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now,
But-
from Life of Pablo about 30 hours,
Mhm.
in my opinion, that was returning to form,
Yeah, yeah,
especially with the Heat.
Yeah.
yeah.
No more parties in LA.
Ooh.
I don't think he didn't produce that video.
No, Madlib, yeah.
So I think that's why I liked it so much, which is unfortunate. But I mean, it's unfortunate in the sense that it's not Kanye, you know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
really good.
You're
I fuck
killing
with
me,
Madlib.
man.
I'm kind of mad we only got one Madlib joint though. Like I think he sent him.
He killed it though. Like Kanye really rapped his ass off. Him
Him and Kendrick.
That was it sounded amazing.
The
If we
hair's
ever got a
still
full
good
full
now.
Madlib Kanye
Right,
project,
yeah.
that'd be
That'd be
insane.
insane.
Yeah.
If it was co-produced by Kanye, it would just be
I know. Why the fuck isn't Kanye is Kanye? Okay, he wants to make a collab album with Drake. Like you can make one with Kendrick. You can make one with like anybody else. Anybody, you call anybody, they'll show up, and you want one with Drake.
So that Calabasas is a new Abu Dhabi billboard. That shit was real and all that. Like they were
Oh,
planning
I don't remember what exactly it was, but I
there was
remember.
billboards showing up in like LA and shit, and it said
Damn.
Abu Dhabi or Calabasas is a new Abu Dhabi,
Damn.
and they had the Good Music logo and the
Oh
Drake logo.
shit. Damn.
So I don't
Who
know
knows,
if they're trolling
man.
and shit, but
That'd be
Kanye doesn't. He says he's gonna release shit and then just fucking.
So yeah, honestly, we'll see.
A Kanye Drake collab would be bananas, man.
Yeah. But G, what about you, man? Number 8.
Number 8, I'm gonna go Ye.
Okay.
There's standouts. Ghost Town, I love.
Yeah.
Crazy Heart.
I was listening to that on the way here, actually. I was revisiting Ye on the way here.
I was too.
Yeah, Ghost
Yeah.
Town.
I don't know. It felt like a rough draft, kind of like, but I mean, very emotional still. But it just wasn't hitting me. It
Was
was
it
just
just me or some of the songs just kind of
mixed. With
Yeah.
didn't sound
I
right,
definitely
like-
felt that. Like, it wasn't like a. It wasn't up to standard what I expect.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought about Killing You is amazing. I wish he would have used more of the like first minute on the beat. Like that beat drop on. I thought about Killing You is horrible. Like I hate when he starts rapping on it. Like yikes, I love yikes and shit. What is that? What didn't get far? That shit is amazing.
Okay.
They're cool. It's just when I go back and listen to it, I don't feel like too attached to it. I think
Yeah.
that's why I'm safe.
It's an album that you just listen through like once, and you're like, oh, this is alright, you know. I don't know. That's how I felt, but I feel the same way. Like it was not finished. It was a rough draft. I honestly wouldn't have
He was
been
busy,
mad,
man. He was busy.
but I wouldn't have been mad if he did Kids See Ghosts and Ye as like a 1-2 side. I could have seen it as a full one album. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm kind of glad he did it. All right, we'll get into it later. 'Cause
I mean, that's how I
Kids See
feel.
Ghosts is higher.
You know, I mean, but then again, I also think fucking Kids See Ghosts was a Cudi album too. So, all right. So now we're number 7. Similar to what Amici was feeling, I got 808s and Heartbreak. I feel like that album.
Breaking my heart. Like that ultimate.
Yeah.
Okay, so and it's weird because it's an album that like I could have probably connected with because I was in high. I think we was our senior year. Because he was coming for the Glow in the Dark tour and I couldn't go because I was dealing with some shit with my girlfriend. And like that was a time when the album came out, so I was like, damn, I could probably relate to like Coldest Winter or In the Night. I really liked some of those songs, like in the beats. I remember Kobe was in the fucking playoffs and they had that amazing song, It's Amazing. Damn, that shit was tight. So it had like some memorable tracks, but and again, it's an influential album. I feel like again it spawned that generation of Amici saying like the R&B rappers, the Drakes, the Cuddies. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, and like the way I rate it is because this album probably had the biggest impact, like one of the biggest impacts Kanye's, but it's not high on my replay value and it's not high on my production value for me. You know what I mean? So like. That's where it is. An influential album to me, but it wasn't an impactful one. For me personally, it could have been. I didn't get this for everybody, but it's just like an album that I was just like, all right, it's cool, like you know. And I think it's because like the expectation was set for me. Graduation. I'll get into that later, but Graduation was the shit for me. Like that to me was a quintessential album, like a Kanye album, and I'll talk about why. But like following that was 808s and Heartbreak, and I was like, oh shit, like I don't know, it kind of felt like a step backwards to me. I don't know.
Okay, I feel you.
Or it wasn't a step backwards, but it was like Amici saying it shifted. Like we had Graduation, we were on that path, and then boom, right turn. No. Damn. Oh yeah, that was Yonda, right?
And he like divorced from his wife, which is Lexus. Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he broke up with his girl.
Damn.
The one he was like talking about in all photos.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about Twisted Fantasy when that was with Amber Rose. So yeah. Okay, damn, I didn't know that.
It's crazy though, right? And that's why I understand where both of you are coming from.
Speaking of Amber Rose, we need to talk about how muses can influence.
Well, we'll get into that. Hey, that's a championship round talk,
Yeah.
all right?
Seriously, because you think about it, what did Alexis inspire? You know, was that her name,
Ooh.
Alexis Pfeiffer?
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, that's why he's like,
What-
and I named
what
my
did she
girl
inspire?
Alexis.
She
Oh
inspired-
shit.
College Dropout and Late Registration and Graduation and 808. Like she inspired that. What did Amber Rose inspire? Dark Twisted Fantasy. You know.
Now we can.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But that was my number 7, guys. 808s and Heartbreak. Yeah, what about you, Amici?
Let me go back to my list. Okay, let's see here.
Damn. Riri
Alright,
needs
my
to
number
get some
7
albums,
is
damn it.
Watch the Throne.
Oh,
I love
okay.
Watch the Throne.
All right.
I love it. When it first came out, I remember it was the blog era, so there wasn't a lot of good music coming out. Like there was a lot of music coming out, and you had the option to spend time and put all that shit on your hard drive to listen to the music that was coming out. A lot of it was forgettable, unfortunately. And I remember getting Watch the Throne and like being in Best Buy, getting there as soon as it opened,
Yeah.
opening up the package in my car, almost scratched the CD, put that shit in, and let that shit play. And it was an incredible experience, man.
Damn.
And
I bought my
mean,
shit at Best Buy too.
just
That's crazy.
Everything like the gold wrapping, the
Yeah,
cover. It's
the
a
gold
work of
wrapper.
art. It's a work of art, man.
Yo.
But I remember that album. It was such an interesting album to me because I know that this album contains the bits that they were trying to work on. I remember reading an article. They would have different kind of eras of putting together parts of the album, you know? Like these sessions would be one grandiose one, which would be some of the more bombastic, grandiose records on Watch the Throne. And then you had one session where it was, more like boom bap and soul beats, S1 and Swiss beats and stuff like that. And then another session where it was meant to be more indie sounding with records like Why I Love You. And they just took it and they're like, all right, these are the best records from each. We're just going to put it together and it's going to be this big colossal event. We're going to tour. We're going to have Shark Tanks and shit. And
Sure takes us.
I love the album. I really do. It wasn't all the way the album that I wanted. But I loved it though.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I wrote down something. Do you think it was a product of that actual that era, that year, those couple of years right there?
Yeah.
There was like some dubstep on it.
Yeah.
There was some dubstep
Right.
on it. There was some little indie shit on it. Yeah. And
So-
there had some
That wasn't.
soul
He didn't
beats
have no
on it.
Hubmo on that, did he? No,
No.
that was
No.
that was Yeezus.
Hudson Mohawk was cool summer.
Yeah.
And Yeezus too.
808s too.
Oh yeah, he was on. No, he wasn't on 808.
No, he wasn't on 808s.
He was on Yeezus.
Blood on the
too. A little
Leaves.
bit on Yeezus.
That was TNGHT.
You know
right? Or
what?
TNGHT.
Alright, we gotta also get into
Are
Yeezus,
you
man.
ready? That's what the-
Yeah, are you
We
ready
gotta
to?
get into Yeezus, man. Fucking. Everybody gives Travis Scott all the credit for Yeezus, but I'm like,
No, we gotta say that.
That
Hold on,
really- that
don't
really
let's
isn't-
talk
You
about.
know what? I give the credit to.
no, it's all good.
Hold on. We're gonna
Let's
get
just-
into that.
let's
That's the
just-
juicy part.
No. Let's go to the next.
But
Alright.
okay, so you got number 7. You had what was it?
Fucking.
You had Watch the Throne. Watch the Throne.
Watch the Throne, yeah.
All right. So okay, that's interesting. All right, Jamie, you go, man.
Mine.
Mhm.
It's kind of what he was just saying. Mine was Jesus.
Jesus. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sitting back on this one, Jamie.
We can fight, man. Can you fight?
Yo.
Can you fight? I need
Yo.
to know. We can fight.
What's that episode of Family Guy that dude?
Yeah.
With MS?
Oh yeah, when you fight the
That's
chicken.
me. You know, I'm looking nice. But,
Woo.
what did I write down for that?
So you got Jesus.
Yeah. Again, at this time when that came out, I was still really into the soul. I was still
Okay.
in a little bit of what he was still doing around graduation time. Dark Twisted Fantasy had still some soul on it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so my number 1 song from that was Bound to. That's
Mm.
quick. But I had to wait, listen to all the, I'm not gonna call it shit, but just stuff that I didn't necessarily like.
Okay.
Again, that album isn't terrible because I do like a lot of it. Blood on the Leaves, I love that song.
Yeah.
Soul Sample, Nina Simone. On Site, fuck with that head.
You know what's funny? I fuck with this. You don't like that song on site? Yeah.
Daft Punk, man.
Which was that one
Daft
song that you
Punk.
don't like then?
On Yeezus, I'm gonna like Send It Up. I think
Send It Up. That's the one.
Dude, I think that record's hard, man.
We're gonna send this bitch up. They can't go down. We're gonna send
But
this.
see, that's what.
Woo! That shit is so high.
That's like some super dark industrial, like
Ooh.
Batman, some fucking Batman.
Yo,
Beyond sound
that's
and
when
shit.
Kanye West started fucking with old like house samples and
Yeah,
shit, like
yeah.
Larry Fingers,
Where
Miss
was he at
Larry
the
Heard.
time? He was in Paris a lot.
Oh yeah, he was working
Yeah.
with Daft Punk.
But like now he's like in that Chicago deep house thing. That's why he started playing that Cashmere, He has that Larry Heard sample. Doom, 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 doom.
In Paris, and if you listen to some of the songs on there, I mean, I can't remember what was that one song.
Which one?
But I want to say it's I'm in it, even though I like that song.
Okay.
But there's a lot of songs that, in my opinion, are really coke influenced.
Yeah.
You kind of hear that, and that's what that music kind of, that industrial sound, that's that rave. Kind of
Okay.
sound.
Yeah, I can see that. I
You
can
know what
see
mean?
that.
And that's, I'm not saying he was going to those type of parties, but he did say no more parties in LA the next album. So,
Mm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did like New Slaves. I fucked with
Yeah.
that heavy. That was that pump too, wasn't it?
No, that was Hit Boy. No. I think it was. The liner notes I think said Kanye, but I think Hit Boy had like he did the melody or something.
Yeah.
It sounds like what Hit Boy was doing at that time.
I did fuck with that.
Did he get sued for I'm a God? Because I was trying to replay the music. Because I tried to play it on Apple Music and it wasn't on there anymore.
That
Yeah.
album is. Alright, I'll let you lead thing, man.
I like Black Skinhead, but
Yeah.
I do recall some bullshit
Yeah, remix with
Yeah.
Travis Scott too.
What? There was
I
a
got that on my laptop.
there's a Miley remix.
Miley and
Yeah.
Travis, yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
I don't think that was an official remix.
Not an official. Well,
Did they come out?
I think
though,
it
right?
was like an official thing. They
If
did.
Travis was on it, it had to be.
It never came out though.
Oh,
And it leaked.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's weird though. Weird choice from Miley
but
Cyrus.
that's what I meant. Like,
Yeah.
that kind of threw me off too. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely one.
So
All the
Yeezus.
standouts, but
See, at first I was about to fight you, but then I'm like, all right, I could.
this is why.
We'll give it dap. We'll get the dap. You
Because
know?
when it comes to Unpacked, that's my number 3 album from him because
Okay.
that changed some shit.
Yeah,
It changed a lot of songs.
it did. Damn, as Jesus walks. Funny. G was number 7.
7. So my number 8 was Yay. 7. Life of Pablo. 7 is Life of Pablo. It,
Okay.
it was a lot of tracks. Again, I feel like his mind state wasn't really there. He had a lot going on at the time. He had like noise at that time or whatever, and just
Oh, yeah.
and that shit. But there are definitely very very high, very highs and very lows. And like you said, Freestyle 4 is nuts. The beat is crazy. It's just going in. 30 Hours, amazing song. All that shit was good, but I don't know. It just seemed too many tracks. If you would have condensed it, I feel like it would have hit harder. Felt.
Yeah.
For me, it's more about emotion and stuff, and it's like it doesn't. I hear it. I'm not gonna say I heard it once. I heard it a lot, but it didn't feel much from it.
Yeah.
What was it? And then he messed with it too much. Like he was still messing with it when it was on platforms on streaming.
Oh yeah,
So you
because
heard one version and then
there's like
another
10 different versions of Wolves out. Like I like the first,
Yeah, they
first,
told
second
me.
version.
But also the first time we heard Wolves was at the Yeezy show.
Yeah, and it was
And when
different.
you heard it at the show, it got you anticipating the album because of
I loved how it was mixed, like in that version.
The version was crazy, and then he fucked it up and just.
You know what other song he did that to recently? Paranoid. On I was in the 808s. It's not the same. It's a different version.
You guys remember that I Feel It All the Time song?
Was it?
A song called I Feel It All the Time.
No.
He made a video for it, but it never came out. It was like on Vimeo.
Oh yeah.
He's like he's kind of like in a space
He's,
like this.
he's like in a barn kind of.
No, yeah.
He does all day. No, he does. Yeah, I think all
Yeah,
day
he
first.
does All Day First, and then he does I Feel It Like. I love that song because I feel like that was emotional.
Mhm.
Like he was breaking down in the video. Just, that shit was great, and that didn't make it. It's like,
Damn.
I don't know. How does.
Some bad decisions, pretty much. Damn. All right. Well, so
I feel like he does look for like affirmation from other people.
sometimes, yeah, like Yes Men and stuff.
Yeah.
So we're getting pretty close to the championship rounds, guys. We're on number 6. Pretty similar to like I forgot who you had Watch the Throne, right? Amici, you had it last.
7, yeah.
So I have it at number 6. And again, I think it was really solid. I was excited. I remember the same experience. I went to Best Buy right after work, got paid, bought that album, popped it in, and I was fucking with dubstep back then. So I was like, damn, like this is the hardest. I can't stop. Like those samples, I was like, damn.
Flex
And then
Pavilion.
I remember when I first heard Otis, like that soul sample. I was like, oh shit, Chipmunk Soul Kanye or something's coming back, right? And then So I have this running joke with my friend Adam Ramirez, my Xbox Live friend. What up, Sax Soldier 916? We have this running joke where I joke about I introduced him to Kid Cudi when Day and Night came out, and then I introduced him to Otis because I sent him the sample he had leaked. I forgot what it was. I don't know if it was on Kanye to them or some other website. And then I sent him to it, and he's like, "Shut up, this isn't real Kanye." And I was like, "It fucking is." And then so I heard Otis first, and that kind of stuck with me. I saw the video, and they're chopping up the fucking Bentley, or was it the Rolls Royce?
It was the Maybach.
Maybach, my bad. They're fucking drifting and shit. And it was a crazy movement that. I didn't go to that concert, but I remember they did Paris 11 times in LA. That shit was nuts. Who else can do that but Jay-Z and Kanye West? Play that fucking song 11 times. That was crazy, but I think and I really liked it because the Pete Rock, you had a little bit of everything. You had that, you had some crazy soul samples too, but then to me it's on my fucking workout playlist, illest motherfucker alive, so underrated. White Lamborghini Countach, two of them. Ooh. I need a slow motion video right now. When I hear that shit, ooh, I get so fucking in that deep. Damn, baby, pussy can't be your only hustle. Woo! That did it for me, Jack.
Naomi Russell.
Hey.
Shout out to Naomi Russell, man.
Naomi Russell.
Solid porn star, man. I like her, man. She reminds me of them Long Island, the women out there. Housewives, yeah.
Real Housewives in Long Island.
I don't know, man. She got that face, but yeah, shout out to them.
But yeah, so to me, I think it was solid. I really fucked with it. I thought it was a good collaboration project. But I felt like it was more Kanye and less Jay on it. Yeah. So I felt okay, I had an expectation from a Jay album. It's a collaboration, right? Going back to Kids See Ghosts, I felt it was more Cudi. I felt this is more Kanye, which is not a bad thing. But I was, as a huge Jay-Z fan, I'm I want to see the Jay part of it. I want to see those smooth raps, 97 freestyle Big L kind of shit, that kind of stuff, or Reasonable Doubt. I was expecting some of that, or even some girls type Jay. But I didn't get that, and so I think it's a solid, but it's still really good. It's number 6. I still have a lot of replay value, good on the impact. I would just say content a little low for me. A little low.
Alright, respect. For me, my number 6 was. My number 6 was Jesus. I enjoyed Jesus. I remember Jesus being such a disappointment, or such a mesmerizing album. I used to drive around bumping Jesus why am I listening to this? I don't necessarily like this. I can't stop listening to it though. From track to one, on site, the most bullshit Batman Beyond, fucking cyberpunk ass beat, and Kanye's rapping to it, and then I feel like I'm being fucking tickled, which is a form of torture that they do in Guantanamo Bay and shit, which I think is not close. But anyways, and then all of a sudden, you get this crazy soul sample just to show you hey, I can still do this shit. And then he goes right back to the bullshit. And then Black Skinhead, you had Daft Punk really doing some of the most bombastic, dynamic, and just industrial sounding shit.
I did not know that was fucking Daft Punk.
Yeah.
And I called myself a fan, for a while.
And then New Slaves, I remember he did the video to that shit, and he'd go to different museums. He'd go to the Louvre and have it projected onto the side of the
Yo, remember when they did that shit here? At Chase Tower, right?
That was
He claimed it was the best verse of the year, and I kind of
seriously. He put that shit up on different museums and would project that video and it'd be a huge event. Everybody would stop at what they're doing. You would think aliens were attacking. But seriously,
the concept of that song is why we'll get into that later. When it comes to his politics, that never changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
Listen to
Damn.
that song and tell me you changed. Y'all some
The
slaves.
second he dropped New Slaves, he started selling $300 t-shirts and y'all bought them.
Exactly.
Hey.
I think Candace Owens says what she says. I'm sorry.
Now, with that being said, I do like the Yeezys. Adidas, please send me a pair. I need
Hey.
some. I'm tired of fucking.
We get them
these
red Octobers, bro.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
But
That's
yeah,
good.
um,
Number 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish he never left Nike, but I like what he's doing. Like,
Yeah, he's
like
doing-
Yeezys are hard. Like objectively, as
Right.
if you look at a sneak, I fuck with them. I
I
don't
like
care.
them. I like them.
Like I'm not gonna wear it out. I'm gonna wear it when
I wouldn't wear them, but I like them.
Yeah, I might wear it when I'm going to like Whole Foods or something. You know, with
Whole
some
Foods?
with some
Or like on
fucking
vacation
That's
on the
definitely
beach.
stuff.
yeah, with some salmon pants and like a white
Somebody
tee.
gonna say to you with that on.
Exactly. But I design wise, I think the Yeezy collection is actually a dope shoe. But anyways, back to the Yeezys, my Yeezys rant. Daft Punk's influence on the album, them making their darkest, most industrial sounding shit. Just these pulsating drums, the way it was mixed. Rick Rubin came in and took everything and just made it dark.
Yeah, I forgot
and,
Rick Rubin
and
was on
made
that.
it sound heavy. There was weight to the music.
Ooh.
Like it just as if someone was putting weights on you.
Yeah.
You know? And then just for him to be speaking on what he was speaking on, it's just this kind of dystopian future where everything is just the bullshit in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And
Oh, fuck.
all the fucked up
Can't wait
parts
to
of
go on
LA.
Jesus.
And that's what Kanye was kind of speaking on in the culture being new slaves and him and his place in it all as he's trying to finish his foray into this new area. So I love the lyrics even though they were bullshit. I love the beats even though some of them were bullshit. I love Bound 2 for that being like that shining glimmer of hope. Kanye going back to soul samples just for a second, just to give us a taste of what we love him for.
Yeah.
And all of that kind of sandwiched together was just a smorgasbord of like, just what? Just overall, I enjoyed it, and that's why it's for me at 6.
Number 6.
Didn't mean
Jamie.
to ramble, but
Number 6, Mr. Jamie.
Me, this is what I understood what it is.
Oh, Wachamichi?
Into a college dropout.
Ooh, okay.
Again, when it came out,
number 6.
Yeah.
this is personal.
Number 6. What?
Hey, Michi, I'm on you on that
Don't
one.
get me wrong though. I'll name the tracks.
Huh?
Remember Unitown, I'll Fly Away, when we started singing that?
I'll
we killed that.
fly
Sorry.
away.
Shouts out to Jordan Fox. He couldn't make it, but he was there for that too. Shouts out to Draylon.
Draylon, damn. Shout out
He was
Draylon.
there for that.
Draylon Banks.
We don't need niggas
Michael Jackson,
Nah, not calling you out, but anyway. Spaceships, I fucked with that heavy, especially when it came, or not when it came out, when I finally listened to it. Which
Yeah.
was after late registration. This is why it's so low for me, because when it came out, it didn't do anything for me. With Spaceships, Jesus Walks, of course. Slow Jams.
Ooh. Are you gonna be? Woo!
I didn't even need Jamie Foxx on that, but that, oh my god.
Yo, did you guys watch the Joe Rogan thing about how he got on that song?
No.
So, shit.
I saw him on it, but I didn't think.
So, quick story, quick little shift. So, Jamie Foxx was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he's talking about how, like, he would go to these parties, and the way he would get in is, like, he would record it. So, he would go to Diddy, because Jamie Foxx wasn't as big.
Yeah.
He's, like, a B-list celebrity. So, he's like, hey, I got a video camera. Let me record it. So, like, celebrities like Eagle, they're like, yeah, I'm going to see you later, you know? So, Diddy spent, like, millions of dollars on this party. And then Jamie Foxx is like, he's like, come to LA, I'll throw a party for you for like $400, like this. He's like, wow, I spent $1 million on this party. It's like $400. And he's like telling him, he's like, I just went to KFC, bought a nice plate, like 30 pack of chicken, put soda in like those nice little like, you know, mason jar things. And then that's it, it's a wrap. And then he invited all his LA friends, so all these producers like Pharrell was there, Jay-Z was there. And then P. Diddy's like, damn, like, you know? And so he's talking about like who was at this party, and then he's like, and then there was this guy, like this kid, just wearing a backpack and a polo, and then he's like, oh man, oh hey, Jamie, my name's Kanye, like, you know, like all nervous, like, and then he's like, I got a studio, you want to record this song, and then he's like, yeah, what the fuck, whatever. So Jamie Fox records that song, and he's like, I did not think it was gonna be anything. He's like, I thought it was just some bullshit or whatever. So he started singing. He's like, I guess you want some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, and he starts singing it, and he forgets about it, and then Kanye puts it out later, like 3 weeks later, and then his friend is like, yo, you remember that song you recorded? Like, and he's like, yeah. He's like, it's #1 right now, like in the country. And that's what spiraled Jamie Foxx's music career. Like, yeah. So that's where you have College Dropout, number 6, man.
There's some other ones, but you think I liked it because I fucked with the South heavy at the time. Yeah, Mississippi a lot. So I'm saying a lot of the Christians, a lot of those out the South.
Yeah.
Yeah, that album definitely number 6. But in terms of influence, I put it much.
Okay. Ooh. A little on site. A little on site. All right. GU on site, number 6.
Yeah, and it's Jesus.
Oh.
He says he doesn't like. He said if he didn't start it with on site, if he would have started it with Bound 2, he says it, or my Blood on the Leaves, he said he feels people would have received it better.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of agree with him putting this first because it's so hard. Like it introduces you to what is Jesus, you know, and I feel like this is what Jesus is.
Absolutely.
The instruments.
It's a smack in the face. It's like your very first shot of vodka. It's like someone just
never changed.
What?
And then how he does the whole like breakdown, the soul sample.
Yeah.
That's art. It's art. Like he goes so hard with it, and I'm okay with that. But
Yeah.
but it's like again, it's like some songs send it up. I like it, but it's like 6 out of 10 for me. But yeah, I don't know. I like 5 out of the 10 songs.
Yeah.
But the other song I like them as well, but they're just not 10 out of 10 for me, which a lot of the music is 10 out of 10. That's why it's so hard to kind of do these lists. But yeah, he's
Oh.
See what I'm talking about?
Ooh, boy. When I heard this, may not be what they want.
That's exactly the point.
And he comes right back with it.
Boom, boom. Yo, did you guys go to Yeezus?
Yeah.
Best fucking concert I've ever seen in my life. Dude, I saw it in Vegas. You were supposed to go to that show with me, remember? I saw it with Sierra on my birthday. That shit was fucking nuts. He's like on the song, he's like, oh, so fucking, it was a performance. Yo, damn. That's crazy that you have it right there. Because I have it at number 5. So, I'm a huge Jesus stan. And I know, like, number 5 doesn't seem high, but it's like a solid 5. Like, it would be 4, like, pretty close. Because when I saw it, like, again, it was, like, nostalgic for me. I was, like, going through some shit. And my friend's like, hey, let's go to fucking Vegas for your birthday. Let's go see Jesus. And this is before they announced the Phoenix date. They only had, like, 10 dates. This is the 2nd or 3rd show. So, like, on my Jesus shirt, it doesn't have all the other dates. It just has the originals. If, hey, somebody can sew that shirt for me, shout out, let me know. Because it was all ripped up on the side. But anyways, yeah, like, dude, that fucking album was crazy. So, to me, it was, like, a big fuck you, like, smack in the face to, like, everything. Like, he's like, I'm going to do some shit to, like, whatever, like, I know. And I'm going to change the song because I don't want to talk about Jesus with that song on right now. I'll listen to Champion, though. But, yeah, like, that song was crazy because, or that whole thing. So, Lou Reed, he fucking fucked with the album.
Yeah.
He's like, this is crazy. I like it. Like, to Lou Reed to say that about a Kanye West album, that just shows you enough, you know? And, like, it was, like, him, like, just trying a bunch of shit. A lot of the stuff was sampled, like you said. It was collaborations. It was, like, his own version of the songs. But I think it was, like, that Kanye version. Like, you would think it's a Kanye song. Like, if it wasn't, like, if you didn't know the original sample. It's his own taste on it, his own spin. You know what I mean?
The Black Skinhead version that he did on SNL, you know, he did SNL. Right?
Yeah.
That version is so hard, and it's like you hear the album version, and even the lyrics are different. Like he talks about like LeBron James burning his jersey and Akron, and it's like, that's not on the album. But it just hit harder in the SNL version. I feel personally.
No, yeah, it does.
It was really raw. I remember listening to it like, what is this?
Yeah.
I remember that was the last time I was truly really excited for a Kanye album.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. See that SNL performance. I'm like I got New Slave. New Slave is just supposed to be like an anti-establishment. You know, you guys are being sheep PSA. I got that projected on the side of buildings. I get that. And then Black Skinhead was just this. What is this? He's just yelling into the camera, and there's these drums in the background. I have to give him credit because that's one of the most radical shifts for an artist to take. To be where he was, and then to go to something so just completely different, it's a stark contrast is incredible.
He was just being cool as fuck on that song. My leather black jeans on. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like it was like a last album to me where you still had a little bit of everything, because you still had the soul samples, you had him venturing off into like outside of his comfort zone, the experimental shit, like putting out a fucking song with Coldplay kind of thing, like I don't give a fuck, you know. And then he was still like still keeping up with the times. Like he had that Chief Keef. Oh, that song is fucking dope for me.
Mm-hmm.
With Chief Keef on it.
What is it?
I told you, Jamie, I was gonna forget
something
names of this
about
song.
liquor. I can't hold my liquor.
I can't hold my liquor.
Yeah.
Oh, that song is so fucking hard. Like, oh, yeah.
Hudson Mohawk.
Hummo is the
Take
shit.
that Hudson Mohawk, and then he flipped it.
And that's funny
with
too,
the
because
Master P shit.
at the time I was fucking with electronic music. At the time I was really fucking with electronic music, and then I was DJing. And then he told me, "Oh, this is Hudson Mohawk," and I was like, "Oh shit, this is Hudson Mohawk," because I knew him from TN, his group Tonight. And I was like, "Oh, that Blood on the Leaves is I mean not Blood on the Leaves, Bound and shit." Like he remakes the Bound 1 with Tyler, and I was like, "Oh."
Well, Tyler was in those sessions.
Okay.
And that was one of the beats. It was
Yeah.
for Bound.
So I really fucked with that. Like I thought it was like still Kanye a little bit, but he was venturing off and like doing shit that like unknown. That's what really did it to me. And it was just the guerrilla marketing, everything around it, the merch, you know, it was like everything. Even the show was like an experience. So I think it was like a great executed thing, like overall, you know.
Okay.
That's why I have a solid 5. What about you, Michi?
Alright.
Mr. H to the Wizards, back to Wizard. Yo, isn't it crazy how you forgot the lyrics to the song? How do you forget the lyrics? Hey, you get a pass, Kanye.
Alright, so number 5. At number 5, I have Life of Pablo.
Life of Pablo.
I like Pablo. It truly felt like a Picasso painting of an album. You know, you got a little bit of indie shit here. You have these. He takes these just kind of interesting artists and puts them in places just kind of pieces of a puzzle with gears in a machine. Takes Sia and then puts her with Vic Mensa, and they create this this dark, dreary Disney-sounding record. That was what Wolves was.
Damn.
And it had this dystopian Black Mirror future feel.
Yeah.
With this wailing in the background, and then for him to go and get Ty Dolla $ign, who at that time was just making radio shit.
Yeah.
Exclusively just making radio shit. He gets Ty Dolla $ign and he puts him on Real Friends. And Ty Dolla $ign, his the way he sings, it's like a sophisticated jazzy robot. Like he sings like a jazzy dying robot. That's what his voice sounds like.
Jazzy dying.
You know, and such an interesting timbre, you know. And for him, for Kanye to get him and put him on Real Friends, and it's just, you feel how cold and dark it is, and it fit that whole aesthetic. If you remember Yeezy Season 1, with the models standing like clones, like droids,
they're just
lifeless
standing
dolls,
there,
you know, wearing this dystopian future.
Chief Keef was in that show too, huh?
Yeah, this clothing.
No,
Not in the show.
okay.
Somebody was there.
Kylie was on the show. Ian Connor was in the show.
Ian Connor, that's what I'm thinking of, yeah.
Yeah, but Life of Pablo was it was a very enjoyable experience. I always wished Kanye rapped a little bit better, you know, on the album and made some lyrics that were a lot tighter, but I appreciated him just giving us a project again and him at least trying to be weird. I'm okay with you putting out trying to make some great shit, making bullshit, if you are trying to be weird. If you're trying to further the culture, that's what I'm interested in. And I don't just mean like, I mean hip hop culture, but also just sonic culture, sound, influencing which way we can go in pop or in hip hop. And I think that's what he did. He tried to do with Life of Pablo. There's just a smorgasbord of just this randomness, and it just was a really fun listening experience for me.
Damn.
And I even love some of the tracks he left off of it. All Day, fucking incredible. Like, I loved All Day, that performance. And then it would cut to Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift was dancing in the back, or dancing in the audience next to his wife. I don't know, that shit was so sick. And then he's up on stage with hella goons, British goons at that. So they're basically goons that are fancy goons, because they have British accents. Up on stage with them.
They're all terrorizing the town in their Chelsea
with the
boots.
crazy flamethrowers, and it would cut to Lionel Richie and Taylor Swift and all of them dancing. I was like, dude, this is the shit. Unfortunately, didn't end up on Life of Pablo, but just, I think it was just a very visceral experience. The stark contrast between all the records, and that's why I have it where I got it.
Yeah. My number 5 is why you had
Yeah.
This is why I understand that. Who's number 5?
808s and Heartbreak.
Kind of like what I was saying when you were mentioning that a little ago. It definitely birthed this generation.
Mhm.
Indirectly, it birthed Drake for sure.
Yeah.
And
What was that song he freestyled on, Drake? It was his
Say You
first
Will?
one. Say You Will, right? That shit was hard. Yeah. Yeah.
I did like it. I remember at the time really like
Ooh. Yeah. You know what song I did really fuck with though?
The first RoboCop was hard though.
Yes.
The rough version of RoboCop
Yeah.
where it didn't use that sample, the violins, because that is a sample. I think it's from Great Expectations. But yeah, he didn't use the sample in the first version. The first version of RoboCop was just this kind of evolving, robotic, lushy synth.
just like
Yeah.
record,
I really fuck with Pinocchio's story.
Pinocchio was tight
Ooh.
too. He did his thing, just out there performing with auto-tune, just
Yeah,
straight
it
up.
wasn't Wayne on that too, or no?
he was on
See you in my nightmares.
See You in My Nightmares. Okay.
I had my little list of
Dun
songs from
dun
that.
dun 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 dun. Oh shit.
That was on earlier. I remember hearing it. But again, yeah, it birthed a lot of the rappers, a lot of people come like.
Yeah.
Especially when, let's be honest, Future in a way because auto-tune.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Auto-tune. I don't want to say it was gonna be dying or anything because T-Pain was still doing his thing.
Yeah. Future just released Pluto at that time or whatever. Yeah.
So, Drake definitely influenced Cudi. I don't know if Cudi had influence on the album.
No, I think people get that. It's like the Mandela effect. People would think that because it was Mr. Hudson.
Yeah.
It was Mr. Hudson that was on the song with Paranoid.
Cudi did have influence
Cudi
on
was
the
on
album.
Welcome to Heartbreak.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh
He
shit,
wrote-
yeah.
He wrote on Welcome to Heartbreak. He wrote the
Yeah.
lyrics to that.
Yeah,
Okay.
It would have definitely been in the room. I feel
Like, I think
Because I remember I used to think Cudi was on Paranoid, but it was Mr. Hudson. Yeah.
I think Cudi was like a conduit. I don't think
Yeah,
like,
I feel you with that.
because
Just kind of like
the
with
thing is,
Travis
if you listen to
Yeah.
the production on the project, you can see okay, this kind of does have some of that Cudi feel, but Kanye took it in a different direction. Cudi takes his synthesizers, his pads, his chords, and takes it one way. Kanye takes it to another way.
Okay.
And then on top of that, the drums, they were just this pulsating mess, the taiko drums. I remember
Damn.
making a big deal out of that.
Yeah.
But I'm not doubting Cudi's influence. I'm just saying he had some, but I
He
think
had,
it was
yeah.
mostly Kanye. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
No, yeah, for sure.
Amazing. You were saying that earlier.
Yeah.
That song, man. I made a beat house too. Where basically I did the drums from that shit. Was
Really?
Oh, hardest drums ever. Hard ass drums, man.
It just starts just angry. Monster. Like, man. Like, yeah.
Excellent. Like, one of the best drums you can get. If you could ever take the time and chop those up and master them and shit, so you can use them later just for your own personal drum kits.
Damn.
Hardest drums ever.
Somebody come out with that sample pack.
But kind of like what I was saying earlier about him being surrounded by yes men. This album kind of, to me at least, solidifies a turning point in a lot of his music before that. He, like with RoboCop, how do you go from making what leaked to what came up on the album? Someone probably told you to change. Someone
Yeah.
to do something and he went for it.
I think that was Kanye.
Yeah, but that's what he decided to change it. And someone's like, yeah, no, that sounds good.
Yeah. Like nobody was like, nah, I like that better. Yeah.
Like,
But who could he go to be like, oh damn, I respect their opinion, you know?
true. Yeah.
I mean, it's really like, who would Kanye be like, fuck, like this person?
Who did he have with him? Project Pat. At the time, 808's. Virgil. Yeah.
Really? Okay, who else was there?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
remember anybody from that era.
He saw Farnsworth. He had Cuddy.
Yeah.
I think Consequences was at that time too.
Maybe
Yeah.
Saw Rock,
Okay.
Creative Partners, Taz Arnold. And
Oh yeah,
shit.
yeah. Silence, too.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I know, I see what you're feeling, and like, you know, I agree.
Yeah, I think it definitely had a large impact on music in general,
Mhm.
definitely hip hop currently.
Yeah. Nice. What about you, G? Number 5.
Number 5. Fuck, I just had it, but I got me too. You guys can comment. But,
So he went with 808s and
go
Heartbreak.
with 808s, yeah. 5 for me is Yeezus Last. Watch the Throne. Watch
Okay.
the
Okay.
Throne. And getting to the top 5 is insane because to me that's like a 9 out of 10 album.
Right? Yeah, these are, and like, we're talking about them like, not kind of bad, but these are like,
number 5 on the
these are
list,
fucking
yeah.
good.
It's wild, but no, Watch the Throne was insane, and at the time he was working with Ricardo TC, like on the album artwork and the live show. All his outfits were crazy, and that was a Tumblr era. That was a Tumblr
Yeah.
era. So fashion the fashion around that time. It took high fashion somewhere else. It's not even the music.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
but
wait,
then
hold
you
on.
feel it in the music. The music is so
Wait,
luxury.
we
so
could say
luxurious.
arguably, not to cut you off, but we could say that the whole reason why these fashion houses are fucking with hip hop more so.
Definitely.
When there was a point in time where they'd be like, you know, we don't want
Yeah.
colored people wearing
Yeah,
our
open
clothes.
doors for that shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kanye is the one to take that high fashion shit and make people want to work with these rap artists and
Virgil's
even
at Louis
consider
Vuitton.
making music,
Yeah.
or consider making clothing that appeals to streetwear culture.
Gucci doing
Yeah.
Gucci on top and doing Dapper Dan
Exactly.
shit.
Yo, exactly. Dapper Dan. Exactly.
It's nuts. And I feel like he definitely pioneered that around the Watch the Throne era and has my favorite song on it, This Motherfucker Live. Did you guys watch that the mini doc?
No.
I remember
Mini
that.
doc? That shit was insane. It was like, I don't think it came out, but it's on Vimeo and shit.
No,
Oh, damn.
that shit was hard, man.
Shit beautiful.
They be fucking recording in some
The most
hotel.
beautiful place,
Yeah.
like on the top of a mountain,
Yeah.
like overlooking nothing,
Oh,
and just
man.
beautiful greenery and a beautiful house with like white and black checkered floors, like studio in there, him, Jay, Beyonce just chilling, and like the engineers and shit. But I think it was just so grandiose. Watch the Throne was just beautiful. The Pharrell production on it is so cool. It was so good, and just him, just. So you guys were saying that it was Kanye had more. It felt more like a Kanye album than Jay, and I'm okay with that. When Jay came in, he came in hard with the lyrics and what he did. But I feel definitely at the time, I definitely respect Kanye more. I feel like Kanye or Jay-Z was kind of like growing out of like, you know, he's what was that Blueprint 3 at the time. Like it's kind of like on the back end, and Kanye was coming up. He was off My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, like. I love it. I love it for what it is, but it's number 5 for me. Yeah.
Number 5. Damn, that's crazy that this song came on because we're on number 4, and that's where I got the College Dropout.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I have a College
Okay.
Dropout,
All right.
and it's we're like on the top. This is the list. This is right here. Like, so this is like where we're gonna get really juicy into it. So this album again, I kind of told the story. This is what put me onto Kanye West. And I think I'm gonna be quite honest. A lot of it has to do with nostalgia. Some of these next albums, because like at the time of my life, it was like the most perfect fitting setting for it. Like this came out when I had my first job at Best Buy, or no, Popeye's Chicken and Biscuits. And so like all I remember is like being in the back, like washing dishes, making chicken, and I had this loud as shit. And then I would get that song Spacious, like. I've been working this great shit, and I ain't made shit. And that soul sample drums, heavens now. Oh, that was my shit. Like, if my manager assaults me again, I will be assaulting it. Making my fucking chicken in the back, like, after I fuck the manager.
Yeah.
That was my shit. And then I worked at Best Buy. So then I had that fucking album. I had late registration, or college dropout, late registration, graduation, 3 CDs in my car, all times. My girlfriend used to get mad at me because that's all we fucking listened to. And she's like, I want to hear like some fucking country. And I was like, no, fuck, listen to Kanye. Like, but yeah, so that album, man, that album like really, cause like I was always late to the things, like the trends and shit. Like I was listening to like My Chemical Romance and shit before that. I remember meeting you, man, maybe like freshman year. I was hanging out with like Amanda and like that group, remember? Like I was listening to like, you know, punk rock and like, you know, emo shit. So like that was like my resurgence back into hip hop. And I remember Jordan Fox, he couldn't be here with us today, but he was the one that like I was still burning CDs, and then he asked me to burn him like the college dropout, and that's when I first heard it. And cause I remember I made him another mixtape and it had like Biggie 112 and like stuff like that. And then he wanted that. That's when I started listening to him, started really diving into like I was late on the Pharrell trends, the nerd, like the clips and all that. And that like brought me back in. Like I went backwards. I started going to Dipset. I started going to like that era, that backpack rap era, you know? And so yeah, so like just everything memorable. I think for me it would be higher if it wasn't for the skits too. I think it's funny, like I enjoy the skits, especially on late registration. Like we broke, fine broke. We ain't got it. Like it's just cool, like, and I enjoy the skits. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac, you know. But yeah, like the whole album is just memorable. I feel like it would be higher again if it weren't for the skits, if it weren't for some of the tracks on there that I'm like I could do without. It's funny, we all feel the same way about that Ludacris track. Like, it's like it's cool at the time, but you know, it was like the end of the crunk era, you know, kind of stuff. It is. It's funny to hear back like that and like Workout Plan. Like it's a funny song, but it's like I have not played that song in like a while. But classic album. It's definitely, you know, one of those change, like a huge impact. It's a huge change, especially when you had like Mos Def, like, and that's like you still play that song in the club today. Yeah. Like I would be at Cobra and I'd be hearing that song like not throw your fucking hands like
That was the quality and
yeah, Talib Kweli, and then when Talib comes on, he's like, and maybe you can tell her this so I can give her some dick all the time.
And his rap on that, I got this feel like my drop, I got the bounce like my drop.
It's like I got this rap like alcoholics.
Kanye was really rapping, man.
Yeah.
Really rapping, man.
So that to me is like memorable, you know. I still fuck with the album. I think it's a classic hip hop album, and it really kind of set the tone. Like these next albums are like to me like all gold like classics, you know. So we're on number 4. I went with the College Dropout. Michi, what you got?
Number 4, I'm surprised I have it this low. And it's kind of weird looking at it right here, but when I thought about it, I'm like, this is where it has to be. Number 4, I got Graduation, and I love Graduation. I love Graduation.
I'm out.
But at the same time, like all these first 4 Kanye albums are pretty much 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. So it's like literally, it's literally splitting hairs. You know.
We'll get into it later.
Yeah. This shit is fucking. I mean, what he
Graduation.
did with this album, taking these soul samples, these classic soul samples, Laura Nyro, and taking records like her and just infusing it with these drums and these synthesizers. He is the reason why music decided to go electro.
Yes.
Like he's it was happening. It would have hit America maybe a couple years after that point in time.
Yeah.
But when Kanye dropped Graduation, we immediately started going there. Immediately started going there. It became that much more pronounced. For him to take synthesizers and put it over hip hop beats, you know, like real boom bap beats, and it actually sound good. That has never been done. That has truly never been done on a consistent basis that one could actually remember, you know. And just like he did with Late Registration, taking the orchestras and putting it over the hip hop beats. I mean, sonically influenced so much. His raps, while they weren't the tightest that they had ever been, at least like on his first two albums, they were still so fun and dynamic and kind of was a statement on him looking at pop culture from where he was now. Won several Grammys, reached artistic heights, and now he's an insider. And this is what it's like, and I am consumed by this culture so much, but it's bullshit at the same time. But I fucking love it, So that's why I have it where I have it.
Yeah. All right, I don't feel so bad.
Yeah.
I see your points.
This is why-
I'll get into graduation later.
The reason why I understand that so much is when I look at my list now, there's a lot I have the same number. So my number 4 is going to be Kids See Ghost and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. And so Kids See Ghost. Kind of like everyone was saying earlier, that's definitely the album.
Kids See Ghost at 4 is crazy. That's fucking insane, man. What? I thought it'd be like lower.
Yeah.
Kids See
Yeah.
Ghost.
I would have thought, Jamie, you would.
I mean, I get it. I know people love that album. Yeah. No, I get it. It's fine. It's fine.
But again, a lot of my albums are grouped together, and some are lower. It's more of a personal thing. Dark Fantasy is lower when it comes to impact. So, to get into Dark Fantasy, Dark Fantasy is what you got. I think the most amount of Grammys he got for it, right?
I think you might have, maybe.
And I kind of get it. He kind of returned to form that you kind of heard with Late Registration Project about how this was so simple. I love Devil in a New Dress. I love the Fridays around that time period. I just went back and listened to a lot of that. Yeah.
I think I got my list messed up. I don't have notes, so I'm just kind of going off the dome. And but I'll speak on it.
But anyways, just again, Dark Fantasy. Again, like with a lot of music, it's time capsule. Right. I remember where you were going through, and with Twisted Fantasy and with Kids See Ghost, I can remember what was going on in life, and more so that than what I was feeling. Those were my other albums.
Interesting. What about you, G?
I'm a Kids See Ghost. Yeah, as well. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love the intro. Feel the love. The second track is insane. The raps are hard. Raps are hard, and it does. I love the name Kids See Ghost too because it kind of feels like that. It feels like you're in like a haunted like castle or something. Like the music, the
does
Louis
sound like a
Prima
haunted castle.
sample, like
And if I'm not mistaken, Ghost Town came out before this, right? So
with
Yeah.
yeah.
Cuddy was on that, like
Mm-hmm.
Eddie was on that. Yeah.
credited and
Right.
Awesome. Yeah, Kids See Ghost definitely four, but like I'm saying, I think I messed up my list because we were going from 9, right? So my worst album is Yet, and I put that at 9. So we'll go back to it, but yeah, 4 will be Kids See Ghost for sure.
Kids See Ghost. Damn,
Yeah.
that's crazy. See, but I would have thought. Well, for you, Jamie, I would have thought like Kids See Ghost would have been lower, like Amici was saying. But dang, that's crazy. A little flip there, a little surprise. But we're on number 4 or number 3 now, right?
Yeah.
Damn, top 3. All right. I had to change the chair out and get the camera ready for this one. So number 3 for me is Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Hey, that rhymes. Hey. So yeah, I mean, this album to me is probably the highest on my production value, probably out of any Kanye West album. Just the way that it was all orchestrated with the classical instruments, the features, the just the rapping, like, to me, it was like the quintessential Kanye West album, where you could say like you see progression, and that's like to me like his peak as far as like production goes. I mean, just being able to like you kind of hear samples of it in Graduation, like snippets, right? Like when he's fucking around with like the and I Wonder, like with the piano and then the like instrumental part. And then in like the next album, he does like all the lights, the intro is like a touchback to those days. And then you hear like Monster, like fucking Monster is like every single person on that track raised the bar for the next person. Like Kanye's like Nicki fucking killed it, and then Nicki's like nah, Jay killed it. Like they were like building each other up. Like that's the last time that I can say you heard like Kanye rap. Like go off like rapping. I mean maybe No Parties in LA, like that's another one, but that's like fuck Kanye went in like craziness like oh like what did he say about an esophagus? He's like that's, put that pussy in a sarcophagus. You feel that raw emotion, man. Like that shit makes me laugh, but like it's just like raw lyrics and like the like features like Bon Iver like on that song. Oh, the way it opens, dude, that shit made me cry. Like I'm up in the woods, and then the video behind it, the movie, like it was a yeah.
Run away, man. Run away.
Where were you guys when you guys heard that? When you guys saw that on MTV when he just comes out, red suit with the piano, bing, fucking nuts.
Incredible.
Dude, that shit was crazy. Then he brought out Pusha, like, wow, like, that to me was just like, you know, just the whole body of work was just an amazing experience that, like, I feel is just incredible. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It was a solid package. I forgot who was it saying. I think it was Everyday Struggle. What's his name? Academics. Man, Academics said he's like, it's not a classic album.
Alright. I'm gonna find Academics. It's okay. Alright, whatever.
But we keep it real on the bump. We keep it real. Top 3 album. Amici. What you got?
Top 3, I got My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
And I have it there just because, oh my gosh, the hype surrounding that album was incredible. It was Kanye's foray back into rapping, just being a rapper, you know, the reason why we love him, but at the same time, he's coming back with the skewed perspective of the world, his world, Hollywood, because his mom just died, trying to achieve a certain standard of beauty. It had operations happen on her, and you know, it affected him so much, you know, and this is, yeah, he touched upon it on 808s, but the subject matter, him being in Hollywood as it currently is, him being at the pinnacle of music, he's rapping about it in such a dark way, but he also talks about how much fun he's having at the same time. But this is the second real, truly dark, angry Kanye album, you know?
Yo, all I can say is like, yeah, I mean, you hear that like upbeat, like Lost in the World, but he's talking about you're my heaven, you're my angel. Yeah. Like he's talking about like dark content, but like happy, like beats. Yeah.
But just to get back into it, man, I remember the build up for that album. The Good Fridays.
Ooh.
The Good Friday era. That was like the pinnacle of the blog era.
Yeah.
Every hour I'm checking Two Dope Boys, I'm checking Now Right. The pinnacle of the blog era. The Good Friday tracks would drop. He'd drop a Good Friday record. It would literally shut down the internet on Friday.
Damn.
That was like everything. I remember I
Shout out to Dope Boys.
You called me and you told me that Def Win a new dress drop. And it was the biggest deal because on these Kanye blog sites, people would release these track lists, and sometimes they're phony, but these were legit. I remember seeing some of the names, you know, of records that didn't end up on the album, but would come out around the time, like Chain Heavy and shit. But I remember seeing Devil in a New Dress, I'm like, yo, what could that be about?
Fuck.
Like, what could that be about?
Little did we know.
And I remember I was on Mill Ave, was going to a party and this kid calls me. He's like, "Yo, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy just dropped." I remember borrowing someone's Android phone because I had a BlackBerry. Because Androids were the first to get the flash and shit.
Yeah.
And I remember getting on Rap Radar and playing this like 2.5 minute snippet, like fucking crying in the back of his head.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah,
isn't
this
that
shit's
crazy
fucking
though
crazy.
that Kanye made Rick Ross do his verse again because he was recording it in Hawaii
Yeah.
and he sent it to him and he's like, nah, do that again.
Mhm.
And that's when we got like that shit was so good. Like the Rick Ross part on it alone, like is just so smooth. Like Ricky Rose killed that shit. I don't care.
For real.
There's like moments like that where people steal the show. Like when I know we're not talking about Cruel Summer, but like in that one song that 2 Chainz is on.
Yeah.
What the fuck was it?
Mercy?
Is it Mercy? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yo,
Catch up to my
oh
man,
that
man,
verse,
cool
like
color,
that,
man, and
hey.
black and white at the same time, drinking champagne
on the airplane. Hey.
that era was hard too. Low key, I could have put it somewhere in my life.
But he
I don't
like
really think about it.
yeah, like that's like another like example of that Devil in a New Dress feature. Fool, Rick Ross killed
But
it.
yeah, I mean, for him to, that album was just this. It was Kanye at his best sampling wise. Like he truly built upon Late Registration in a fucking crazy way. Late Registration was the introduction of these more orchestral elements, you know, on like a major level. Not just I can only pay to afford one violin, my violinist, Mary Ben-Ari, but
Couldn't
him
afford a 4-track recorder.
him taking the synthesizer elements of 808s and of Graduation paired with these orchestral arrangements and these boom bap hip hop beats. All these rappers and producers in the sessions, Pete Rock, No ID. Like the guy actually had Pete Rock out in Hawaii and ended up using the drums from this record that he did with CL Smooth called The Basement
Damn.
and making Runaway. That whole era with him on the stage at the VMAs, this was like his moment of atonement. And the first thing he does in this all red suit is walk up to an NPC and hit some keys, and ballerinas would flutter in,
Damn.
and they would twirl around him as he played.
That was the last
these-
show on the
these
MTV show,
samples,
right? The Video Music
the
Awards?
look at you, look. Just
Ooh.
all of that.
Downloaded that performance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played that shit in yearbook class.
Just that whole era was so dynamic. If he ever announced the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy 2, I would cry. But
I don't think he could.
I don't think he would ever do number 2s.
No.
But anyways, that's what I got, man. Just it's and then all the lights. You know, just touch upon that real quick, and I swear I'll cut this short. All the lights, the string arrangement going into it, and then on top of that, him getting all these different artists, these contacts he made from his cachet of being an artist at that point.
Damn.
Him cashing in all his chips and getting Alicia Keys, Ryan Leslie, Drake, Elton John, Tony Williams, LaRue, freaking just
LaRue.
Rihanna,
Yo.
just all singing on the same track.
On the
yeah,
same
Fergie,
track.
yeah, Kid Cudi on the same track. They all have different parts, and if you listen to it with a good pair of headphones, you can pick out. Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
Okay, Fergie's over here, Cudi's over here, Drake's in the back. Like you can hear it. It just for him to do that, and now I do have a problem with his videos during that era. You know, I thought his videos were lackluster, but what he was trying to do with Power was kind of whack video-wise. Was just everything about that.
Damn.
I wish I could put it number one.
Here
It's
we
not
go
number
again.
one. It is. I'm talking about it. I almost
Made it
want to
to
make
a
it number
jam.
one now.
It sounds like you
Like-
feel like it's number
Like
one.
I almost want to do that now. I wish.
That's the problem with
I'll-
these albums.
I'll
man. It's
stick-
hard to put them in order.
It's 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. I wish I could like switch my list now.
That's why I get upset, but then I'm like, I understand.
But-
It's like,
That's where I got it, man. So
man. Okay, we're on 3, right?
Yeah.
My number 3 is it's gonna be Watch the Throne.
What?
watch the throne.
Insane.
Jamie, you throwing me some curveballs,
Watch
man.
the throne.
Damn.
I don't
Kanye,
get it, man.
For
Ooh.
real.
Number 3.
What? Gotta have it. Yeah, the James Brown sample.
What you need?
Yes.
What you need?
Now, is it just me, or does the sample sound like
Come on.
what you need, fuck what you need?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, it
right.
does.
That's just
Yeah.
hard.
What you need?
See, when I try to sample, I always make it try to say something it's not actually saying. But like,
Yeah.
I hear that. That's, and that's dope to me. What else was on there that I fucked with? The Joy? Come
were listening to that earlier.
Yes.
Dog, I remember that beat was given a strong arm steady. They rapped on it, and Kanye paid more money and got the beat, and had Jay-Z like to think about how inspired Kanye was
Damn.
to get with the legends and work on that, like just to get all.
Yo, I want that beat.
Yeah. I wish he had
That song again.
I wish he had Knife Wonder on it too, but yeah, the joy was just. Whew.
New Day with that Nina Simone sample, that got to me. Just the subject matter of that song in general.
Yeah.
It's deep. That got to me. That's my bitch, which is funny.
I got a drum kit the other day with those drums in it. I remember,
Yo.
where did this kid been my whole
Yo,
life?
right?
And I remember when we first started making beats, we had like two like regular, classic drum kits. They were dope, but we had used them to death.
Use the shit out of it.
Yeah. But I remember I was going through this kit like last week, and I was like, just going, that's a new one, and then all of a sudden, killed that one. This shit is fire.
Murder to Excellence. I fuck with
Oh
that.
man.
Ham. That was just insane.
Lex Luger.
So grandiose.
The Block era.
Lex Luger, damn.
Probably at his peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, remember the breakdown at the end too? Dude, sounded like fucking anime boss battle shit.
And that's what Watch the Throne to me is. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it feels. The whole
Yeah,
album.
for real.
This motherfucker alive.
Oof.
Prime Time. I fuck with heavy.
Yeah.
That's no idea.
That's No Idea,
Yeah.
Otis, of course.
He made that beat because No ID was mad at him for not really making any beat himself.
Damn.
And so he made that beat in like 5 minutes. That shit is crazy.
Fuck.
Y'all don't know shit about Uncle Otis. Like Otis Redding, man.
Shout out to Otis
Yeah,
Redding
that
and
has
Curtis
definitely
Mayfield though.
three. But I think it's definitely a product of the time because like I was saying with what was that the dubstep one? Who's Gonna Stop Me?
Yeah.
It's not.
Flux Pavilion, yeah.
Listen to it now is what I gotta say about that. Like, it's just it's a product of the time.
Yeah.
But I fuck with it.
That's good. That's a good argument. I kind of threw me for the curve there with that number 3 Watch the Throne, but hey, that's what's the beauty about it is everybody has their opinion. So, G, we're on number 3, sir.
Yeah, so I messed up my list a little bit, so I'm gonna combine 2 of the albums. Number 3, I got Late Registration and Graduation.
Okay.
Number 3. Late Registration, John Bryan on the keys, the whole orchestra thing.
Help me,
the
G.
Gil Scott Heron sample.
Ooh, yeah. Yup.
The one with T.I. Drive Slow, but the video version, not the album version.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So hard. We Major with Nas. Are you serious? That's like one of the greatest rap songs ever.
We made you.
Insane.
Come on, homie, we made
Yeah,
you.
and then we got Late, of course, at the end.
Ooh.
Which is
That's a song we opened.
Y'all missed that. We were lining up.
Diamonds from Sierra
Behind
Leone.
the scenes, you guys gotta watch behind the scenes. There's like 30 extra minutes of us just going in.
That's when I
Damn.
knew he was special when I saw the Diamonds from Sierra Leone video and I heard the song first on BT. I
Yeah.
remember where I was at in my room, tiny 19-inch RCA TV and shit. Like, just it was crazy because it was so real, but the beat was insane and he was producing it himself. And at the time of 2008 or no, 2006.
That was 5.
That was 5? They registered in 2005. Yeah, at the time, what you got, like, who's rapping at, who's coming out at that time?
Game, Lupe.
Yeah, that was Lupe, yeah.
Russell was big then too.
Lupe Fiasco.
It was just so different from everything else.
And I feel like it was such it was a non-strategic like industry move because like he comes out with another social conscious song like Diamonds from Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
Like after he was getting so much shit
Rap
for
music.
Jesus Rock or Jesus Walks, and then remember he's like, oh, if the radio don't play my tapes again, you know. So like for him to go like, okay, everybody was hyped up for the sophomore album, and he opens with a song called like Diamonds from Sierra Leone,
Yeah.
and then he dropped a remix with Jay on it, and he's like, damn, Jay-Z killed me on that remix. Are you okay? Yep, I got it from here, near down. Ooh.
Yeah, so that's number 3 for me, and Graduation as well, and just the whole the vibe from the album, like going to Japan and meeting with Murakami and shit.
Yeah.
That because when you see the album cover, I feel like it represents the body of work you're bringing out, and he does that with every album cover.
Yeah.
From Late Registration, you got the Bear going into the church or whatever. It kind of just feels like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Graduation is insane. Every track a hitter for me. Even Drunken Hot Girls. I hear a lot of shit on the internet.
I don't fuck with that
I
song.
love Drunken
I love that song.
I didn't like it at first, but like when you listen to it, it sounds like when you are
Yes.
trying to negotiate something with a nice lady
La,
or
la,
something
la,
like
la,
that,
la.
and you're like drunk. You're drunk, and she's drunk too.
Yeah.
You know, around the same level. It's consensual.
Yeah.
It's consensual.
Uh.
And to any of my future employers. But yeah, it sounds like kind of this weird night where you're like, I just want to get home. I'm done with this music. I'm done with the club. I just want to get some McDonald's, eat this shit, maybe have relations with this girl, and go to sleep. It sounds like that kind of night.
Damn.
You know?
What is that short film he did with Spike Jones around that time?
I forgot what it was.
Yeah, that's
American Psycho. So it wasn't American Psycho. It was.
I don't remember.
I think it might have been Monster or something like that. Or
No, but he had like a monster.
Come out of his chest in the
Yeah.
bathroom and shit. Yeah, that video was nuts, and that had graduation songs playing in it.
Damn.
Spike
So-
Jones needs to make another movie. Speaking of Spike Jones, straight
Damn.
up.
Yeah, so graduate. I don't know. It's a great time.
Yeah. So 3 and 2. Well, which one do you have in like?
So, I think.
Cause you say you combined them,
I
but
combined them. I think I would put graduation over like registration. Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Very interesting. Okay. So, I have for my number 2 graduation. So, graduation was to me. Oh man, that's again going back to the story. That was a CD I played so much it burned like a circle from playing it so many times in my 1997 Nissan Altima with them 17-inch wheels and like the 212s in the back. Like I bumped the shit out. Like can't tell me nothing. Like that to me that album is the shift in Kanye that kind of formed him to be what he is today.
Yeah.
Like you hear it and can't tell me nothing. That raw energy. You can hear traces of Yeezus in there. You can hear like and I Wonder. You'll hear Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like it's the start of that shift. Kanye's leaving the Chipmunk Soul samples, right? He still has it. That's still Kanye. But then he'll hit you with like a song like Barry Bonds and shit like that. You know, and feature Lil Wayne on it. Like, you know, he's kind of like putting it all together at that point. You still got, you know, some of the like the skits in a way, but it's like a story, like the closing chapter of that era. You had, you know, College Dropout, Lab Registration, Graduation was like, that's the seal, box it up, ship it out. You know what I mean? That's it. And so to me, that was like, you know, the sound that we hear today, and it's like just influenced him throughout. And it's an album that like, it's also got some nostalgia feel because that was like right around we're about to graduate too. So like, you know, it's a little nostalgia feeling, and it got me feeling, every time I hear it, it takes me back to those days, you know, being in high school, Coronado. But yeah, and like I just remember that, but it's also like you said, with the animation and stuff, like Good Morning, that video, like just crazy, like that's when he started fucking with like a lot of like that foreign stuff. You talking about how like College Dropout was him, like local and stuff, but then now he's venturing out to Europe to like all these different places to gather all these sounds, and that's where I feel like he just kind of put it all together in this great package. So that's why to me like Graduation is like, no matter what, always gonna have like that special like part in my heart, just because like the timing of it, the impact, and like all the rest of it is just solid to me. Number 2 for me.
Okay. Alright, so for my number 2, I have College Dropout. So College Dropout.
Number 2.
Yeah, for me that was my intro to Kanye. Well, not my intro to Kanye, but to him as a rapper and really taking it seriously, you know. But I just love what he did with that album. For him to he brought soul samples back to hip hop for some time, you know, before it got really, really expensive to clear samples. But he brought that back, and he sampled in a way that was so happy and so lovely and so unique, you know. Kanye records always had this air of positivity, even if you were reflecting at the stark realities of life. So when you look at College Dropout, that's the epitome of that. It's him even though he has graduated college, or not graduated, even though he's dropped out of college and he's away from it now, that time had such an impact on him. For a rapper at that time to rap about college from that perspective, that no one's ever done that. No one had done that at that point. With that album, he created a lane for so many rappers, for all these nerd rappers to come in, for more backpacker guys to come in. All these people, like, just from that album, he opened the door. People didn't even take rappers that didn't do gang-related shit that seriously. Common was around, but like no one really like they took him seriously, but not as seriously as like as a typical gangster rapper. And Kanye made it cool to wear a backpack, to not be a thug, to dress nice with a polo and all that. But aside from that, what he was doing with the music, he did what he could. He didn't have all this money to get all these orchestral elements, but he's like, you know what, I got enough money in the budget to get one violinist, and that was Mary Ben-Ari, and putting her on slow jams, and putting her on 2 words, and for him to take these relationships that he's fostered since being known in the music industry as a producer, like a Mos Def and Talib Kweli and Common and Consequence, and he's cashing all these chips and getting these verses to make this album. Like, you know what, I am so different from what hip hop has been for so long, but with this collection of people with this music, I hope this shit works. And the skits, and I love the skits, man. I'm not a big skits guy overall, but if skits are done right, they definitely help a project.
And they are done right.
Yeah, and I think he definitely did that with Taj Rapper. So that's why I have number 2.
Alright, my number 2, I'm gonna hold off because I got a little story, but I want to hear it. But my number 2, I'll just walk back in. My number 2 is graduation, same as him. In terms of what it personally means, like he was saying, it was around the time of graduating, the first song I listened to, like, love graduation.
Yep.
Saturday, I was going through graduation, just listening to it, had it on repeat. Somehow, throughout the day when I was listening to it, this song didn't come on. The bottom drive of Champion comes on. Just that sample hit me, and tears came to my eyes. Like, I just literally teared up. That's why I brought up the some people hate thing, because certain samples might do that to me. Because I mean, I make beats too. And certain samples I listen to, I'll pitch it up, I'll pitch it down, and it might hit me a certain way. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make something with it. And Champion was one of those samples. What's the Steely Dan sample?
Ooh, yeah, that was Steely Dan.
Steely Dan.
Fuck.
Too. So
I forgot.
that hit hard. Good Morning, I already mentioned that. Stronger, obviously. That punk sample was insane.
Yo, so that point Kanye was like trying to be a perfectionist. Did you guys ever see the behind the scenes of him making Stronger with Timbaland?
Yeah.
How Timbaland's getting mad. He's like, if you don't find the drum you're looking for in my shit, then like I don't know what to tell you. Like,
he literally went and got Timbaland just so he could get
a
just
drum.
So he could get an 808. Hey Timbaland, can you meet me out here just to play some 808s for
That's
me?
it.
And the thing is, Timbaland has the best drums in music. Period. Like,
that's why he's like, if you don't find what you're looking for, I don't know what to tell you,
like,
man.
He has the best drum kit ever. If I ever got the chance to peruse through his collection, I swear I would die. But just to do that, I mean,
that's the craziness. That's why, like, graduation for me is.
I wonder, obviously, and then just again that time period, right before graduation. I think
08. Yeah.
That was
our junior year.
07.
07, yeah.
08.
Oh yeah, 808s was right after that. Okay, yeah.
that's right. But either way, yeah, because you had that thing with 50,
Yeah, 9/11. I bought both of those fucking albums.
Exactly.
That 50 Cent album was trash, except for Baby. Have a baby by me, baby by me.
Curtis was the one after that, but Curtis was the one with AO Technology.
Oh, Justin Timberlake. Yo, Timberland was on both albums.
Yeah.
Damn.
Can't Tell Me Nothing, obviously. And like I've been saying, like, Kanye
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my number two. That's my number
Two. Graduation. G.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy number two.
Okay.
You guys already spoke about it, and I feel the exact same way as all you guys did. But yeah, that album came out November 22nd, I think. It was. I love when they release albums in the cold
Yeah,
weather,
I feel you with that.
especially out here. I don't know if it just feels different.
It
'Cause
does
the,
feel
the
different.
weather hit different out here in the winter time. And yeah, it's just having Raekwon on Gorgeous and shit, like, and just the RZA kind of influence Dark Fantasy, and the beat is insane. The whole movie that came with it. It's just, you guys know this. Yeah,
Damn.
so I'll keep it short on my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Everybody knows this. It's on number one list all over. All over.
Pretty much, yeah. I was surprised. Like I thought, I thought like a lot of people were having. I thought like we were all having number two or something. But it's interesting to see how like we all have it in different spots. But all right, we're at the end. So if you guys have been keeping up from the beginning, we kind of went over our list. So we'll do a recap. So we'll go through, kind of talk about where we listed the albums we talked about, and then we're gonna lay them on with the best and worst albums, or least favorite, I guess you could
Okay,
say.
so we'll go from 8 to 2,
Yeah,
and then
we're gonna talk about
9 and 1.
say, hey, this is my favorite one. This is my least favorite.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna recap and see to let you guys know where I was at. So I had number 9, Kids See Ghosts. Number 8, Life of Pablo. Number 7, 808s and Heartbreak. Number 6, Watch the Throne. Number 5, Yeezus. Number 4, College Dropout. Number 3, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. And number 2, Graduation. So Michi, what do you got?
All right, for me. All right, so number 9, I got Kids See Ghosts. Number 8, I got 808s. Number 7, I got Watch the Throne. Number 6, got Yeezus. Number 5, Life of Pablo. Number 4, Graduation. And number 3, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. And number 2, College Dropout.
Nice.
Yeah. Number 7, Life of Pablo. Number 6, Jesus. Number 5, College Dropout. But either way, Dark Twisted Fantasy and Watch the Throne. Right. Either way, I'm gonna keep going. Power through. And then Graduation number 2.
Number 2. G?
Yeah,
you remember which one you got?
I think so. It's 10, right?
No,
We're
well,
going from
8 to 9. So
8
leave
to
your
2.
worst one.
Right.
And your favorite
best
one, yeah.
But yeah, so my last. Sorry. I started with College Dropout. It was Yay. I should have had notes for this.
I'll read you the albums and then you can say. College Dropout, Late Registration,
Yeah, I got it.
Graduation.
No, I got it. Just let me see your list, just so I could like. Yo,
For the record. Jamie with that coming from left field with Kids See Ghosts. Kids see ghosts sometimes.
Oh, what you got, man?
yeah. So mine is it goes from Yay,
Yay.
College
Okay.
Dropout. And then I did Life of Pablo, Yeezus, Watch the Throne, Kids See Ghosts, and then I had Graduate. I'll do Late Registration and Graduation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're on. I guess I go first. Fitting that the song came on. So here's my least and favorite album, Kanye album. My least favorite is Yay. And my most favorite Kanye album is Late Registration. Sorry, without a doubt, no argument, nothing. Late Registration is the fucking Kanye album. Like, that's right. Here's why. So, sophomore albums always have that stigma of like not being very great. And again, going back to the history of it, he released fucking Diamonds from Sierra Leone. Like, not even a fucking single worthy song. Like, I'm gonna go through the track list to just kind of explain like the songs that are on there and the context of it. So you start off with the last skit, like "Wake Up, Mr. West," and then it fucking goes into "Heard Him Say" with Adam Levine from Maroon 5.
Yeah.
And if you watch the Life and Rhymes, how he came up with it, he was playing the song for his girl, and it was like a hard ass rap song. And then she's like, oh, it just needs a little sun, you know. So he calls up like Adam Levine from Maroon 5, and he's just playing the piano part, and he already had that song for himself, and then he's like, no, I gotta have it again. Like, you paid for that beat, right? And then he just is Kanye West. You're not gonna say no.
Yeah.
And then you have Touch the Sky with Lupe Fiasco had just come out.
Just Blaze.
Yeah. Gold Digger with Jamie Foxx. Like, that should have been the single, and it wasn't. Like, you know.
No, it was a single. That was
But
a
like,
big deal.
that should have been what he came out with. Instead,
The
he,
first
That
yeah,
should've-
the
that
first
should've been
single.
the first single.
Yeah. So like right off the bat, and then you go into Drive Slow. Like, come on
That was a
now.
good single.
Like everybody knows where they were when they heard Drive Slow for the first time. You know what I mean? That shit is a bop. Like My Way Home, like with Common, I'm on my way home, and it might not be such a bad. That sample.
That hearing?
Fuck. Like that. Who? Okay, I'm sorry. Like I look at beat makers sometimes, like Dilla and like Mad, like.
It's actually a really simple flip.
But like,
But still.
it's like, how did you think of that? Like, just, I don't know. It's just the craziness.
He flipped it really well without having to put any kind of drums on it. Just him chopping it up and putting it where it was, and for him to loop that part for Common and just wax poetic was super ill.
And like this song, Addiction, is like one of the most craziest
Oh, man.
songs.
Oh,
This
man.
fucking song, and like, what's your, ooh,
The beat sounds
Yes.
like 70s
and the way he raps,
psychedelic shit.
like that's, and the other thing is going back to the way he raps. If you listen to the song Roses, not only had the fucking crazy Bill Withers sample, like song, yeah, I forgot who it was. Make me smile.
It's Bill Withers, I think.
No, for
I might be
I think it might be. But for Roses, it's Bill Withers. So he was talking about that song. He's like, my favorite bars in that song is like, we outside the emergency room. You can feel my heart beat. She gon' pull through. We gon' find out soon. But right now, she sleep. And in the Life and Rhymes, he's like, that was my shit. Like, my favorite verse. And he's talking about his grandmother. Like, and like at the time, like that was like when he was doing like with his mom still. And I felt like he was happy, but he also had that anger in him too, like with certain things like he spoke about. And then you just shift into like, again, like this song, Addiction, crack music with the game. Is that crack music? Like that was like that Bush era kind of like, you know what I mean? Yeah, he did, yeah. And then that Gone song with Consequence and Cameron. Woo! Damn, that shit is so nuts. And then, oh yeah, like sorry, like that's the end. Like that's
That 3-track run is crazy.
yeah. It's just like that album to me is like an exoner. Like if you were to introduce somebody to Kanye West, you play that album for them. My best album now, Yay. It's a mixture of, yeah. It's not necessarily that like I didn't like it. It just, like Jamie said, it's gonna take me some time to grow to it. There are some memorable tracks that I liked on it. Obviously, like Yikes, All Mine, Ghost Town. But like Thought About Killing You Again was like the one that stuck out to me. But like I think it just gotta grow on me a little bit. It's the most recent one, and it's just like I gotta just keep listening to it. But it's just probably like the one that I just played through once and like not really. I mean, Ghost Town, everybody loves Ghost Town, but yeah, I think that's why it's just kind of low there. It's gonna grow on me. Who knows? We'll see when Jesus is King gets released. What about you, Michi?
Alright, so I'll do my worst first. My worst is Ye. And just, like everything coming out around that time and just all the shit with Trump and him making an ass of himself and just taking all that into account and all the good music drops that he tried to do. I enjoyed what he tried to do on it, but ultimately it was just a rushed idea. They were all tracks that were just references. They sounded like references that ended up getting mixed and mastered and released to the masses. Just they were rough sounding, they were unfinished, and they just weren't the best track that he possibly could make. He did try to do some interesting stuff. It was cool to see him bring back the soul samples, but at the same time, it just felt fake.
Yeah.
It felt fake. Like I get like, okay, this guy's using a soul sample, but this is not his
is real and as soulful and as lush as it can be.
Mm.
You know, it's just kind of like manufactured. Like, hey, I think this is what you guys like from me, and at the same time, you have to take into account that he was breaking psychologically. You know, so I enjoyed it for what it was, but it is what it is. And then for number one, I have late registration, just like you. I mean, that this was Kanye building up upon what he was doing on Freshman Adjustment and what he was doing with Jay-Z on the Blueprint 2,
Yep.
Gift and the Curse, what he was doing on the Black Album, and then building up on College Dropout, and then for him to do what he did on Late Registration, just add orchestral elements, and then go and get an actual composer.
Mm-hmm.
This is some true, like, genius level creative shit. I'm gonna go get this composer, John Bryan, the guy who did the score for Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
Drags him to come and play this like dainty, fairy sounding, twinkling, weird synth, just like medley of sounds on all these records for him, and for him to get these orchestral arrangements and add them in the way he did. It definitely sounded like College Dropout with a little bit more money, and it was incredible. Just to bring up the orchestra again, the string elements were so important that he had to do late orchestration.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
You know?
yeah, late registration was my shit.
So, and then the way he was rapping, he really had bars. Like, that was Kanye
Yeah.
at when his pen was at his peak, when he was like funny, when like you knew for certain, like, no one wrote this. That's Kanye. No, like no one else could ever author what he was doing. That is definitely Kanye, his style. At this point, he was rapping better than his mentors ever did.
Yep.
Rapping better than Quali
Rapped
or
his
most
ass
ever
off.
did. You know, rapping better than Rhymefest or Consequence ever did, making way tighter lyrics on these incredible beats that he would make.
Yeah.
The sample was where he was
That's-
pulling from to go and get, you know, the Bill Withers, the Jill Scott heroin. Anyways, get the Jill Scott heroin to get who we got for We Major, and to take these pop artists and piece them together with these hip hop artists. It was just this incredible just cacophony of sound and just daring sonic adventure. And no one was doing shit like that. This was not really happening anywhere else at this time. Like, no one was truly trying. They were just trying to get money. I'm gonna drop the first single, second single. You know, who cares what people really like? I'm just trying to get this money, fuck these bitches, whatever. And Kanye, when he made music, you could tell he gave a fuck.
Yeah.
He meant to push the culture forward every fucking time. He's like, we're gonna go this way because I want it to go this way.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think people bait the late registration sound like they did his other styles because they couldn't.
Right.
Because it was expensive
Yeah.
as shit, and no one had the ear that he did. You know, and on top of that, final point here, Late Registration was his best mixed album. Easily the most clear. Just the trebles were just so crisp and clear, and the high points and the low points, the bass was so dynamic. Someone gave him some good drums. It was incredible. So that's why I have Late Registration at number one for me.
Nice. Jamie?
My worst would be
I
Dang,
think
three
it might be
for you.
unanimous.
Yeah.
low-key.
a lot of the same things that were already said. I don't think I have to get into it too much.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, like you said, you liked some parts of it, though, like the first track, yeah.
Yes. And like listening to it now, like if you hadn't listened to it in a while, go back and listen to
Yeah.
it. It's a sign of what he was going through.
It's a psychological breakdown with samples. Yeah.
Damn. To put it
I don't know.
shortly.
Yeah. And my number one is definitely Late Registration. Like I'm saying, I feel like there might have been a little bit of consensus. And yeah, that was one of the first few albums I ever bought back at the time when that was out. That's my remember I was listening to nothing but like Eminem and
Eminem and what is there?
I got Michi and Jamie's bootleg CD order mixed up. Gave him the Eminem.
the Bay Area shit.
Yeah, I was listening to
Dude, the hype era.
before people really got into that. I was listening to I was listening to a lot of
Kick,
E40.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of West Coast, Dr. Dre. I was
Ooh, yeah.
So this album came out, like I said, a little bigger. Ray Charles sample it really hit me quick, and I bought it. Point is, I got it. The second album's one of the first few albums I ever had. Very impactful. Late, like we were listening to earlier. That song was shit.
I love that
Celebration,
fucking
one
song.
of my favorite songs. He predicted his children.
Damn.
Heard him say, that's deep. You know, some people in life for seasons. We find that out the hard way sometimes. Roses is hard. I love that sample. Bill Withers is awesome. If you don't know the samples for this album, you should look into it. 'Cause
That whole album is just fucking nuts.
yeah, like he was saying,
He wrote. Like he really was writing.
Yeah.
this next album, he was saying top 5 MCs. And he was being humble as shit.
Yeah. He really was rapping his ass off. He was up there.
too.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Bars, comedy, all that.
And
Skits.
I still remember where I was when I was listening to this. I still remember what I was going through on the car carrying that little Pro 5 Pro.
We ain't got
So,
it.
yeah, late registration all the way #1.
Damn. All right, G. We're gonna close it off. Your worst and best
Yeah,
Kanye
so,
project.
Worst, yeah, obviously. Fuck, I'm not even gonna talk about it.
I'm like,
We're done with Ye.
he's like, I'm not even talking about Ye. Dude.
Number 1 is 808s for me.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
What?
Hey, okay. I want to hear
Whoa.
this.
Wow. Okay.
Go in, young man.
All right.
So, yeah, so again, the album artwork, first thing I saw, well, not the first thing I saw, because I heard the leak, it leaked, and it had tags all over it, but, and the rough draft, whatever, but amazing, like, downloading it off LimeWire or whatever it may have been at the time, and then it was 8th grade for me, and I remember listening to it first thing in the morning, it was like 6, 7 a.m., whatever, throwing it in, on my walk to school, because I live so close to Subai. And it was
Shout
also
out.
around, it leaked like in October, because the album came out like November. Yeah, November as well. Yeah, so that was the whole soundtrack for that winter, and I was probably going through some heartbreak, like some 8th grade, girlfriend.
Damn.
Yeah,
Supai.
yeah, so that shit, it really, it hit. The drums were, I'm a fan of Kanye first and foremost because of his production, obviously. 808s to me is one of the best produced albums, I would say.
Ooh.
If you go back and listen to it,
easily.
are you, the drums
Easily.
on a,
It was mostly No ID and Jeff Basker.
Mm.
the drums on why am I blanking? The
Love Lockdown.
Love Lockdown.
Yeah.
Taiko drums.
It's
Ooh.
insane.
Remember
Yeah,
there being
RoboCop.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And then
What do you do
even the
with
track.
auto-tune too?
Bad News, so
I just
emotional.
had some real bad.
Street Lights, Coldest Winter.
And he opened the door for Drake to come through with his.
And that's a
emo
big thing,
style.
yeah. He definitely, and it was genre bending. It at the time I wasn't only listening to rap, so to hear somebody like that come out like that, you know,
Yeah.
and just bring all these elements of all kinds of music together and make it so beautiful, yeah. Definitely 808's number 1 for me, and it birthed, you know, my favorite artist, Cudi.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely number 1, 808s.
Nice. Damn. All right. Yeah, I can see. But we had some similar things. Like I think we all went with late registration. G went with 808s and Heartbreak. But I think there was. I think we had some consensus. Yeah,
I have to sit with
But-
that a little longer. I mean, it
Yeah.
just
No,
came
yeah,
out.
I think it's just so recent. Like,
there's nothing to say.
You're right.
Like,
Yeah.
Ye literally sounds like,
damn.
like coke and pill addiction with soul samples, and he's like,
With
that's-
so.
and just even the way it's mixed, that's what it sounds like.
It really
It
is.
sounds like an overdose. It sounds like a psychological breakdown. And now speaking of it that way, it makes me want to listen to it again, low key.
That's what I'm
It's
saying,
so
dude.
good.
Hey, but that's how it was for me for Yeezus. I thought I was like, what the fuck is
But
this? Like, it's in
just
your face.
So funny. It's this guy. Literally, you could tap him and he turn into a million shards of glass.
Yeah.
And that's what the album sounds like. It makes me want. I'm gonna listen to it again now. From that perspective, I'm gonna listen to it.
It
again,
sucks
but
though,
I
because
see
the
what you're saying.
presentation was so cool. Like he did a live
Yeah.
filming, beautiful.
Yeah.
You're expecting like,
It could have been better. A lot
Yeah.
better.
and
Yeah.
then hearing those songs on the live stream for the first time, you're like, what the
Mhm.
fuck is going on out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the other one we kind of all agreed on mostly was Watch the Throne. But was it you that had it really
Yeah,
high?
I think it was tied at 3 with Third Fan.
Damn, number 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at whatever we talked about. That was
It's hard
very.
to rank these albums.
Yeah.
It is. It's
It
like
is.
trying to choose like who's your favorite kid.
A lot
Like,
of people. Literally, it is who's your favorite kid.
Damn.
It's like, I mean, I like that one, but that one, he walks kind of.
Hey, he's funny. She's cute. Like, you know,
he goes to bed on time.
he's-
He's really dumb.
these are your
you know?
babies.
That's what it's like ranking Kanye albums.
right. But
And for me, it changes by the day. Like
Yeah.
like literally, as I was
That's what I'm
speaking
saying.
about My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I'm like, I probably should have made this number 2, and I could have made an argument
Yeah.
for it being number 1.
and you going back, I mean, it could change. Like if we were to do this like a year later,
It would
it'd probably be
probably
different.
different.
You know.
I think late registration's still gonna be number 1 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, that's a
always
pretty
gonna be
high
number
bar. I think so. But speaking of that, like with Jesus King coming out, I guess closing thoughts. Like, what do you guys want to see, or not necessarily what you expect, but like what do you think is gonna be? Like, what is this gonna be about? Like, how is it gonna go?
I hope it's not a
I
full
think
gospel album.
Okay.
Like just like strictly like.
I don't
I'm
think
hoping
it's
like more like ultra light beam kind of like
Mm.
gospel. Like,
it's new agey gospel. It's like secular gospel. That's what it is.
Hmm.
You know.
Stretch your hands, part 1.
It's,
Yeah.
It's like phony gospel music. It's like, you know what? Look, on the front is Christianity. On the background, it's just like fucking, not to say Satanism, but definitely some new agey meet the aliens up in Sedona type shit.
Damn. Hey, yo, wasn't he in Sedona too recently? He was in like in Flagstaff. Yeah.
He's in Flagstaff.
And even if you look at the Sunday services, they're exciting and shit, but something about him is like,
Yeah, it's
dude,
cool.
he's about
Yo,
to make he's about to
I was
make
showing Nestor
everybody
that,
look
and then he's
cool,
like,
man.
"This is weird."
You know, there's some Jonestown-iness about. I don't like
Ooh.
saying that because Jonestown was actually really dark.
Yeah.
But something about it is just so like eerie.
Damn.
But the music is fire. The music is fire. Hearing all these gospel breakdowns, but I mean, I'm not sure if Jesus is King is gonna be Sunday Service the album,
Mhm.
or if it's gonna be Yandi actually
Yeah.
complete.
Right. just
Right.
the Names, like,
Did you guys all
know,
listen to
God
Yandi?
and-
Yeah,
You get a chance
yeah,
to?
I listened to Yandi.
Okay.
Yandi
There was a
fire.
few tracks. I like the Aliens. That was tight.
You
I
can
liked it.
definitely tell it was rough,
Mhm.
and it still needed to be worked on. But like from what was released, I'm like, okay, this is some fire shit. It's not exactly what I want. I want raps. I want essentially my beautiful dark twisted fantasy part 2. I want
Mhm.
something in that vein where he's really sticking it to us rap wise,
Mhm.
and a lot of it's singing. A lot of it's still kind of that coke and pill addiction feeling stuff. But there's an element of godliness to it.
Mhm.
Not godliness, but someone trying to find God, their God.
Yeah.
You know, there's that element to it as well. And then Ty Dolla $ign is, I'll take as much Ty Dolla $ign music I can get. Man, like I hope I die before him. He can sing at my funeral.
Damn.
Yeah, for real.
Yo, Ty Dolla $ign, if you're listening, you heard that.
Yeah.
But Jamie, what's your closing thought? What are you wanting to hear from this album?
Return to form.
Hmm.
By that I mean just like we were saying with the production value was just so mediocre.
At least let him try.
Yeah.
Even if he tries it and we don't like that shit, we can tell he tried. Like
Yeah.
on Jesus, he's like, you know what? This is my weird influence. He tried.
He got
Yeah.
too much money to sound like I mixed it. So,
Yeah.
True.
Straight up.
On Fruity Loops.
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
not me. I love mixing. I spent a year just mixing, doing nothing else. I made maybe like 2 beats that summer or some shit.
Follow up. That's smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope it's again a return to form. He could miss for a long time, and again, I might have certain like I had College Dropout, what number 6 or 7.
Yeah.
It's pretty low, but that album is fire. That album
Mhm.
is sick. I have that album stuff. I listen to that album,
Yeah.
but there were other things personally that just had a bigger impact. So I'm hoping. I like the track list. I've been listening to a lot of Alchemist recently, and he has
Oh,
this
yeah.
like the Good Book series.
Mhm.
I doubt it's gonna sound anything like that, but if it does, that'd be fucking sick. So we'll see. But
Mhm.
yeah, with the track list, I have a feeling it's gonna be a heavily gospel.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with because I mean, what was sold other than just secular versions of gospel music.
Literally, that's exactly what it was. They called it heresy.
Thank you. So
Mm.
I'm okay with that. I honestly can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. I think my closing thoughts is like I expect.
Hey, you wanna go?
Oh, he kind of already went.
Yeah, I kind of did a little
Yeah,
bit.
and then you just gonna. It's alright. But yeah, I guess I just kind of want to see an attempt to return to true to form. I want to see, like, all right, Kanye, you went through your shit. Now, like, what are you gonna put out? I want to hear there's so many great artists out now that I still want to hear like the Alchemist beats. I want to hear No ID. There's been relatively quiet about this, so I haven't really heard anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of excited because I don't have an expectation of what it sounds like. It could be, but knowing Kanye, you could fucking flip it on the side. It has nothing to do with
It might
God
not
at
be,
all.
It might
You know
not
what I mean?
be evolved versions of Yandi. It might be literally something different, Sunday service style of the album. And just him and just like this kind of cult that he's been doing.
Mhm.
I hope it's that. And if Yandi is its own separate thing, and all the tracks on this new album are completely different, I'm gonna go take Yandi. I'm gonna mix the shit out of it. I'm
Master it.
The day it drops, I'm gonna go through Jesus is King and be like, all right, let me go get Yandi. Let me put the shit in FLAC, and let me. I'm gonna fucking EQ the shit out of every record and make that shit super listenable.
Damn.
It's a rough cut.
But yeah, I'm just excited in general. Like I said, I have no expectation for it, but I'm just excited to see what it actually is, and then we're gonna listen to it next week on Friday. So
If it actually comes out though.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it actually comes out,
weird. I feel like it might not come out, but we'll see.
I feel a lot of people have been saying that, on Twitter too.
Because
but we'll
it was
see.
supposed to literally come out last year.
Yeah.
He gave a date last year. He gave a date that he was gonna release freaking.
Good ass job.
Okay, after Good Ass Job, which ended up becoming my beautiful Christmas fantasy. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't think Chance the Rapper should do a Good Ass Job.
Yeah.
But
it's like Barter 6.
But I remember he released Life of Pablo and then he said Atari 3000 or whatever it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to come out in the summertime.
It sounded dope as fuck. I don't know why you changed it. I was ready for that.
Turbo graphics.
Yeah.
The Turbo Graphics, yeah.
Something like that.
Fucking Kanye.
But
But
I
yeah.
remember him talking about these projects that wouldn't come out, and I'm like, I don't
video
know.
game, the down to video game.
For
Oh.
real.
I
Yeah,
thought
that
about
was.
that the
I
other day.
forgot
I
about
thought about
that.
that.
I went to the movie
It
theater and
looks-
saw that shit.
He released that at E3. The trailer was like
Pastel. He did put out.
gamer shit.
Yeah.
He did put out something for Pastel, right? Like the clothing.
The jacket.
Well, they were sent. He gave it to Ian Connor technically,
Mm.
and they did like samples and shit, friends and family, but they never hit the.
Oh, tight.
hit
Yeah.
this, yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, let's cross our fingers. September 27th, Friday. But hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you guys, check out these guys' Instagram page. I know you guys make music yourselves. Where are you guys on right now? Just SoundCloud?
I'm still on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
I don't even know shit.
But I'll post it up in the link. I'm gonna have these guys on regularly for the Tame Impala one when we get that, and we get the next Kid Cudi project. Kendrick maybe this year, right? I think.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
That's what the rumors are saying.
So we'll see.
Isaiah Rashad.
Hey, that'd be
It's been a
tight.
while, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Absol,
But yeah, guys, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate all the feedback and stuff, and then let us know in the comments what are your top 10 Kanye albums. So thank you guys. I appreciate it for watching The Bump, and see you guys next time.
Peace.
Woo!